Oh, why?
Alright, fuck it. We're back into it.
Fucking Diesel now.
Justin deleted all the footage, mate.
Yeah, I literally, the SD card went filled out, and I went to move it over, and instead of moving it over, I deleted everything. So you could have had a class podcast, but you're going to get whatever we're about to do. So.
You're getting the scraps.
There was all sorts of like
The
fucking
scraps.
people wanking in school and all.
It's a long story. It's a long
You know what?
story.
Funny, you know, I don't care. Tell it again.
I actually will, but I have a better story that I actually just dawned on. Joe, do you remember that fella that's
I didn't like the way he
actually...
said that, mate, because
Joe, do you remember that fella? No, that girl that's actually a fella, but it's actually a girl, and you proper fancy the pants off
mates,
him, her?
no, him, her, no, mate, I don't. I'm not the transgenders, mate. You're a dick, bro. Fuck off, bro.
There's nothing wrong with it. I just find it really funny because I knew.
So what was the situation?
I knew you would deny.
I don't judge.
Can
bro,
I
I'm
tell the
fucking-
story from the true perspective, mate?
And then we'll hear the funny side to it.
And then the guy pulls the table. I will tell his side of the story too.
It's going straight on
So,
Facebook, man.
So like, I don't. Yeah, no, but it sounds like fuck off. I TMIKE, go. You say it then.
Right. So long story short, Joe showed me pictures.
But I feel like a dick now because like obviously
Well,
I feel
Joe
like
showed me pictures.
I'm
yeah,
still
like-
currently like.
It makes you look good though. Because this person was attached to Joe was like,
LGBTQ plus and all
what's
that.
that, the subscription service for me again?
No, they don't make TVs, no.
LG, mate.
But yeah, big style. So long story short, Joe was like, oh, such and such text me wanting to see if I'd feature on tune.
No, it was just, yeah, it was a person who's a
Like,
good singer, mate. She's a good singer.
Who is it? So I showed him the picture. I'm like, oh, she's class. And he's like, those knuckles are awfully large.
Mate, he
Like, oh, here's proper
nah.
good. Like, look,
Oh,
done
bro.
that look proper quality, and I was like,
I didn't say, bro, proper
I
quality.
started feeling like I had a family quality.
Quality, mate, no way.
And then I was like, she, and Joe was like, bucket cheeks are, wouldn't you? And I was like, nah, man. And then,
Nah, so what happened was...
bucket cheeks at him.
No, so what happened was, it was this person, obviously I released the clip for On The Up, and
Yeah.
like, I do this thing when I promote it, I just basically send it to everyone, do you know what I mean? But get the tags going, I'll get the
send it
shares
to
going.
everyone that wears a bra but also has a
No,
dick.
mate, and then I fucking... But then
There's no chicks with dicks, man. There's only
the-
guys with tits.
and then everyone was sharing it and on tagging me, so obviously new accounts were coming my way and that, and then it was just someone texted me and was like, it was this girl who's a really good singer because I went on their profile, mate, and she can actually sing like fuck, she's unreal at it, like, and she goes, yeah, so when are we going like up for a track and all, and like I'm on that melody,
Yeah,
I'm on the
yeah.
vibe now where I'm trying to like harmonise on the songs, it's not just straight rap no more.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was like,
Shows maturity in music.
yeah, I was like say less and all, and then she goes, it was
Say
just,
more, bro.
it was just like we were just chatting for a bit, you know what I mean?
She finna come in, you dopping her up, you
I
know?
like, what are you saying? And like she was just
My brother.
literally because she was all by the way, like
Sticky one still, bro.
we're gonna go to the studio and all after I says yeah, I'll sort it out and all because you can sing and all. And
Sounds like fucking gigs.
I was thinking like, you know, a Stan kind of vibe where she sings, I rap and all,
Yeah,
and she goes like, it's weird to say it, mate, because she's a girl, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because I understand transgender, mate.
Do you know what the definition of toxic masculinity is? Watching Joe try and look as straight as possible in the last 5
Do you know how you get out of the home,
Mate.
mate? Put down the shovel.
Don't know what it is, and then she goes, by the way, just to clear things up,
I have a dick, basically.
no, but like she was telling her story, you know, like what I'm gonna sing about and all will be like me. Obviously, I
You
transitioned.
were like, you could wear a wee skirt in the video. She's like, can't.
she was like, I transitioned and all whenever I was 14, and bang, I was like, what? I goes, what do you mean you transit? I goes, fuck. On Google saying, is this what transition definitely means, being transgender? Like, do you know what I mean? And she was like, because you would not think she was, you know, a boy beforehand. I mean, beforehand, I would have been the type of wee dickhead to say, oh, a boy's a boy and a girl's a girl.
Yeah.
But out of chatting to this person, and like someone who's legitimate,
Change now.
legitimately went through the process of transitioning, you're like, I can never look at her back person as a boy whenever they're a full female, mate. But I thought the whole time I was chatting to a female because it's girl, mate.
Right, well, do you know what the big question is? He's making the tune.
Mate, I'd be down to 100%. Yeah.
That's
There's an EP in the way.
I'm not thinking about looks or nothing, bro. I'm thinking about she's talented and she has obviously.
100%.
It's not like one of them ones where it's just a fella wearing a dick now.
No,
mate.
I
See,
agree.
no, I know what I love
We're
about
fully
this.
chatting about this, mate,
Yeah,
but she's
well-
talented and I actually.
He's trying to downturn all over.
Well, what I love about this is that I'm like fully like I have so many like to see getting into comedy and stuff. I have met so many like trans people and like whatever, and like I have some friends that are trans and they're fucking fantastic. They're
100%.
very talented people and all. And there's like literally, I've got this stage now where it doesn't even like. I don't even think about it anymore, and like it's just funny to watch like Joe just fucking dance around this.
I'm walking on,
it's just a man, but like
no, but I'm walking on eggshells. I'm walking on eggshells because I don't want to be a
You don't
dick.
want to say the right. You don't want
Yeah,
to be
mate,
a
that's
dick,
one,
like,
yeah. But
that's just funny to watch.
Yeah, also
also
because also because it's not like an old story, man. It's something like I'm currently like actually working on because so for somebody who's talented, we can make something good together.
Exactly.
It was just
There's no problem with that.
It was just he's a dickhead who found it funny whenever I first told. Whenever I pull up the Instagram,
He
like,
dangled the bait and you took it.
I found it funny how he was like, oh, hot as fuck.
No, I
And
didn't
was
say
like,
that, mate.
Oh wait, have a dick. Nah,
nah.
you're sound, bro. So you are, me and you're
I didn't say
so
that.
will we.
Not once.
You're like a
did I-
brother to me.
music's professional, mate, so I'll never bring like looks. Like if a girl ever wants to make a song or anything, it'll never be based on looks or nothing. Do you know what I mean?
You're not gonna
It's-
rub her leg and ask how bad does she
Mate,
want to make it in this
but
business. you know?
but here, just saying that though, that's
Joe's like, there's Weinstein.
mate.
Weinstein
People
trans
like,
woman.
but seeing music, it's a good way where like people can get easily confused because if like someone wants to make a song with someone, they'll think if it's a girl and a boy, they'll think, oh fuck. Like it's music's business.
Yeah, well, it is like when
Music-
It's made a tune. They
that's
sort
what
of
I'm
like
yeah.
pretended they were sort of.
Do you know what I mean?
maybe-
Music's business, and obviously, a certain rapper or a certain singer can get the wrong idea if someone texts them saying, "I don't think I'll make a track." They'll be like, it's a date or not. No, it's business, mate.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And
that's what I'm seeing. And that's what I'm seeing the situation as, mate. Don't listen to Team Mike.
Business.
Don't listen to Team Mike. You know?
Anyway, since we've restarted this, I haven't introduced anyone yet.
well, here.
You've just heard straight up transphobia from the second we
Mate,
started.
there was no transphobia. You know what I mean?
I'm not even.
I'm up and
transphobic,
coming, mate. I don't need cancelled, mate.
I just
You're
think-
not going to admit it's a comedy podcast. You're not going to get
Mate,
cancelled.
I'm not transphobic. I just think it's having a dick's class, man. That's just what I don't get. I just think it's class, man. Like, say if I could get augmented boobs, man, I would do that. Like,
What you would take, but you walk away with boobs, mate.
like.
Team Mike, 6
If
foot
I was
fucking
the
nine.
if I was the
With a big-
transition, mate, like
with a big-
if I was to be trans and I'd be like, oh, I'm a girl, I wouldn't cut my dick off, but I get tits, like.
But that's not the whole point of being for me. A woman is.
But I just don't think
a
you have to
woman's-
spend the money nowadays, though.
It is
You can
dear.
have a dick. You can have a dick and be a female swimmer, like. So what's the point
True.
in paying 60k to get
True,
your dick cut off?
that's
like?
true because there
It's like a
was
rudder.
there was a big thing about
Used
that,
to
wasn't
steer.
it? Mate, was it not
It's like a shark fin. He's doing the backstroke.
Mate, was it not some big manly man too, like 6'9" or something? Mate?
Called them or something. Aye.
See, I also like because I'm not in any industry where that matters. I don't give a fuck about. I think it's funny, like that people get so like wound up about it. But I'm like, I'm not powerlifting, like what I mean. So I'm like, whatever you want to do, bro, fucking do it.
It is.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
you
Well,
can be
it's-
trans and make music. You can be
if-
trans and make fucking
Yeah.
do comedy and all. You could be a funny fucker without
It's
being
only,
a man
it's,
or a
only,
woman.
it's, only,
you know?
it's only where it takes genetic, like like
Oh, if you're-
physical. It
if
takes
you're-
like physical
yeah.
talent, mate. Because a female swimmer and a male swimmer is gonna be very different. The same with running, fighting, and all.
I will
You know what I
fucking
mean?
Leah
That's
Thomas.
obviously a grey area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leah Thomas is like fucking 6'3". Many women in your life have you met that are 6 foot?
Right,
Oh, no,
not tall
Jesus
people,
Christ.
but then again, though, everyone's tall.
Met tall people. I am.
But like, I've actually met like proper like 6 foot tall girls, and like, what's the crack? What you saying? What? Do you know what I mean? Like,
You don't have any Adam's apple on it.
She's in heels and you're like, swap shoes, love.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, but
Do you know
no,
what?
we've got. Welcome to the User Hectic
Oh, why is
podcast.
it
yes,
as well?
yeah.
Scarf?
My name's Wee Joe.
So as I said, I fucked up the recording, so I had to start again. We had some good footage there, and everything fucked up, but we're going again. I'm your host, Justin Freeburn. We've got T-Mike and Wee Joe,
What's the
some of the
crack?
best upcoming music artists in the country at the minute, and absolutely taking the fucking whole music industry by the balls. You know what I mean? So love to see it. So that's why
By the balls, mate. I love how you said that there. Right after that there. By the whatever you. By
whatever
We're taking it
you
by whatever
prefer to
you.
go by.
Yeah, whatever you identify it as.
by your fucking sewn on tits.
Yeah.
You know you're
we're taking the music industry by its nose, mate.
by the Adam's apple with big hairy knuckles.
I'm playing it safe, mate.
He's gonna be the restless fucking thing. He won't even say his own
Oh,
pronouns.
no, what was it? What was it Johnny Bo
A
said?
comedian's he or something.
Oh, maybe that was
bad
it.
there, like,
Who was it? Was that
Man,
Jack?
Johnny, it was Johnny Bo.
Oh, Johnny Bo. Yeah, he was
he's
like.
funny. I didn't think he was as big as he actually is. Like,
Oh no, he's doing the limelight.
Oh,
like,
on
that BBC thing.
oh yeah, he's done the limelight. I think this is
And the
third time,
BBC
didn't it?
one where they all went over to England, was it?
Yeah, he did that, and he has done like the Secrets of the Comedy World show that's on like fucking ITV at the minute, and the Empire, shit like that.
Do you think Wes Hannon when did their due diligence? Like, you only got the best of the best. Like,
Maybe do, like, don't we? It's like, who was that girl? The black girl who done? Who did she shut it down?
I just remember she was
Jasmine?
wearing a
Jasmine,
Monday Night Raw top. And I remember as soon as she walked in the room, I didn't
funny,
even
mate.
know. I didn't even know what the crack was.
Yeah.
I just seen the T-shirt and I was like,
I thought she was
You're
actually there
class.
watching it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
just
as a
seen the
comedian,
top.
like.
Oh no,
Like-
she's fucking like
funny as fuck.
She was on that ITV show as well, and she is absolutely smashing
She
the fucking
kills, like-
comedy scene to bits at the
Yeah.
minute.
Like,
Like
It's because in a way where you brought up the whole thing about that other girl being offended and all this here, like she didn't give a fuck, mate. She, do you know what I mean? She was like full on validating herself to make us
Yeah,
laugh, and that's like, you
exactly.
know,
that's the whole thing of comedy though. Like even
Self-deprecation.
oh,
Yeah.
it's fucking. What's that fucking autoerotic asphyxiation or something? But no, if they were fucking really
Comedy's only good if you kill yourself. Wanking. Yeah,
no,
no.
she was bare funny. She was my girlfriend and her wee group of mates. We put them in right at the front, so they got
Yeah.
bullied. Like,
Oh, they got fucking yeah, because I was MCing it, so I was just
I
like,
actually said, I pointed out, I was like, my family's over there. The lads, man, this is it.
Tell me this, was that staged with the ID part?
well, basically,
Did you go up there and say, "Can I have your ID"?
No, like
No.
I found her
So you
ID.
actually
and
found her ID, mate?
Like someone dropped
That's
it and went.
right.
Someone,
That's what I'm saying.
I can't remember who it was. Came up to me and was like, "Here, we found an ID on the floor." And I went,
What the fuck? I lost and found.
I was like, "I think this is one of the girls in the front row." And
It
I was like,
was. It was
yeah,
with
and-
Mrs. McFlurry.
Yeah, and then I did a whole thing like trying to, and she wasn't even sitting with him yet. She
I
was like
know.
at the toilet or something. I was like, "Fuck's sake."
like,
I was like trying to like I was like pretending that I was like guessing like her name and her age and her fucking you
No,
know her
really.
year she was born and all. And I was just holding her driver's license the whole
See,
time.
but I see stuff like that. See, just looking at her driver's license and being like, "I'm gonna make this fucking
yeah,
think
that-
I'm magic." Like, I'll take a
that's
different.
I was
level of
on the
fun,
spot, mate. That
Oh
was on
yeah,
the
no,
spot,
it's,
you know what I mean?
that's one thing I'm good at in comedy is like sort of if you throw me into the middle of anything, I usually can. That's why I do the podcast and stuff. I can usually just fuck with anything, no matter what it is, you know. So
That's why I think MCing's so perfect for you. Like,
Oh,
it just,
yeah.
it just
As a
fits
rapper,
you
so as a
perfectly,
rapper,
like.
were you able to freestyle then?
I back in the day I could like
Like, I
nowadays
think
I've just,
I'm
I
actually
think
like I can't freestyle for fuck all,
yeah,
mate.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Either. Like you know, music isn't about like you know, like nowadays especially, it's not about who's the best fucking spitter. It's just if
Yeah.
you make a
Depends
good
on
song
your
and people want to
process.
listen to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like-
obviously you get them fucking boom bop rappers, you know, who
Yeah,
love all that shit. Yeah.
and you're like sweating and all, mate. And I'm like, fuck, take a breath, mate. You're all right.
Do you know what? Though? Some of them it's like really good, but then there's sometimes
Like, you can
as well,
appreciate
I'm
it,
like,
but-
yeah, but
You
I'm
can
like,
appreciate it because it does take talent to do that. Like,
but sometimes
do you
I'm
know
like,
what I mean?
mate, you're just fucking screaming into a microphone, like.
Yeah.
And
You
do you ever
ever-
get them ones like, and then they go straight back.
It's
and
like
you're
the same as them, like
"Whoa."
you know, them fucking bottle robbers.
Yeah.
and they're like, "You ain't ever seen it," and you're like, "Bro, everyone's here."
And then I'm like looking at the actual contestant and looking at the grind like that. You know what I mean?
Sweat beating out their eyes and trying to
see.
see right now.
Do you ever see fucking when fucking rap bottle robbers are cooking, mate? Like even on the fucking all start being like, and then this happened. They're like proper like fucking with our hands and all, mate.
I
It's
know.
mad. Like
The
I
little-
remember
Them
watching
were-
Don't Flop and all.
Yeah,
Man,
Don't
Shelley
Flop was
Hara,
great.
He was fucking insane.
I remember watching like fucking years ago, like watching like Professor Green do like rap
Yeah,
albums,
he's
and then
good.
all of a sudden I was like, he's got a fucking song with Emily Sandé. What the hell's going on here?
Him and Davlin and all were like really big
Mate,
back then.
Davlin is
Davlin's
the
mad.
fucking
Oh, I love
goat of
Davlin.
UK
Yeah.
rap for me.
I remember
like,
like
That song
fucking,
with Skepta was fucking
like
mad.
Channel AK and all. Like I remember just
Channel
sitting coming
U. Do
home.
you remember Channel U?
Yeah.
Pumps
Coming
the
home
quid
from
in,
school
mate.
every day, putting AK on, just listening to all the fucking like. It was all like gigs and Davlin and like you know.
Do you know what mine was?
It was
mate?
like back when N-dubs were a thing, you
I
know.
was a
Bro,
fucking-
remember N-Dubs, bro? Fuck, man, they took the world by storm, didn't
If
they?
I was an MTV baby, like I would get home, my ma'd be like fucking shouting at me for fucking something stupid I'd done, then I would fucking go home, work on MTV, and then it would be like, I'm not afraid, and I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. That was the same thing. So like just like you know, for example, I was just going to ask, how did you get into it? So my reason is like whenever I was like 8 or 9, my mum is massive rap fan. Like my mum.
Yeah, your mum would like rap music.
Oh yeah, she fucking like Eminem. My mum will get drunk on a Friday night and listen to like fucking Yellow Wolf and
Spacebound and
yeah,
fucking
like she'll
all the
listen to
old
like
tunes,
fucking like you know.
Yellow's different as well. You
Yeah,
have to
like
be
that's
looking
niche,
to
you know,
find
like
Yellow's,
yeah,
like,
and you know she'll listen to like fucking Tac 9 and Hobson and all, like she
Oh,
loves
yeah,
like
fucking
hell,
all
mate.
that like old underground music. She loves all that shit. And whenever I was younger, like 8 or 9, my mum would be like, listen to this, and I remember her showing me the video for Without Me when it first came out, like it was on MTV, and she's like, come on, it's on. This is back when you couldn't like rewatch videos. 'cause, like,
Yeah. Without Me. Without- no,
that without me.
no, Eminem Without Me, you know.
Two trailer park girls go
yeah.
around.
Ah, right.
And I remember, like,
I
watching
used
it
to
and
see
just-
it at the start and all. It says
Yeah.
over 18. It's like a porn magazine or something.
Literally, and then I
Aye.
remember getting speaking in the first half. We were joking about D12. I actually my first ever album I bought was D12
Was it?
World,
Yeah.
and I was like, I think I was like 10, 11, saved up like 4 weeks pocket money. It was like £6 for the album, you know.
Yeah.
And like I remember going in, and they were almost gonna like reject me to do it. Only my uncle was with me, and I was like,
Fucking get a CD,
I
like,
was like, oh fucking go for it then. And I remember just buying that and Kanye West first graduation poster, and I remember thinking I was fucking.
Sick.
I was like, I'm gonna be a fucking gangster, lad.
Yeah.
And Kanye West wasn't even rapping about gangster shit.
I
He was
know,
just
man.
saying-
He's a bit of a. You
Yeah.
know,
Kanye West was a rapper that didn't really rap all the time.
Yeah.
I think
Big
he sort
producer,
of.
like. Yeah.
But the way like Drake, Polo G, and like all these rappers are nowadays, they're not like
Kanye's
they're
a bit
not
like,
rapping the way like rap initially was. It sort of take
Yeah.
the new shape. But I
It
think
wasn't as much like there was a lot of cadence back then.
there's not
whereas-
enough longevity in the old rap.
Exactly,
either, like,
yeah, I know. But yeah. So like, how did you like? We'll start with you, Mike. How did you get
Well,
into rap music then?
fucking long story short, I always rip bars. I used to get in trouble in fucking primary school and all for like teachers be saying something. It sounds like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, my teacher says I'd never amount to fuck all, but the would turn around and be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, fuck all, mate, and would take it and would fucking read it and all. And obviously, like, I was a fucking kid. It was
Yeah.
probably being like something box, and this word rhymes with fox. You know what I mean? Like just sort of random bollocks, man. And they would read it and all, and they would just be like, what are you doing, man? And then they would just, you know what I mean, fuck it away or give me a bag or whatever.
why is there a
like,
fox in the box?
do you know what I mean? Like,
I was
You
the
know what I
exact same. I used to get a lot of stick in school, and obviously growing up in Craigavon, there's a lot of fucking. You've seen my street now; it's just fucking shithole. There's a lot of like. A lot of people in school who would like. I got in a lot of fights. We were joking about this. I got in a lot of fights growing up, and I remember. Just one day I got jumped in like second year in school. Like I got fucking fully like
Oh,
beat
serious?
half. Like 2 of them are dead now. It was like 8 people. 2 of them are dead, and one of them's in jail. So fuck them.
that's what
And,
you just get, lads.
yeah, fuck you from the great beyond, lad. You know, but yeah, the like I remember like sitting down, and one of their last names was like McCann or something, and I remember the first ever rap verse I wrote. I remember it's like fucking lives rent free in my head because his name was like McCann, and I remember like just writing down like find McCann's mad, run her over in a van as fast as I can, you know, like some shit like that. And I remember my mum finding it stuffed in the bottom of one of my drawers. Like I stuffed it under like my boxers and all,
Yeah.
and like just in like paper, and she pulled it out, and she was like, I came home one day, and my mum and dad were like in the living room being like, we're worried about you. What are you writing? These like these vicious like
These
lines.
death
And I
threats.
was like, ma, I'm a fucking rapper. Right?
Fucking empty.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what it was? Like, I was just like, I was always writing for a long time, and then
Yeah.
when I was 16, my mate Didi, he died, he killed himself, and I just didn't really know how to process it, so I was just
Yeah.
sort of like, fuck it, I'll write like a memorial tune.
Yeah.
And it was probably the most fucking rage-filled memorial tune. Well, I wasn't even angry, it was just like fucking...
It always starts like that,
you
doesn't
can
it?
tell
Yeah.
listening to it, it was just fucking a fucking kid with a load of emotions and had no
Yeah.
clue where to place them, like, and then just sort of
Yeah,
stemmed
like a
from
bit
there.
of an outlet for you then.
It was
yeah.
like what we were saying in the last one, is like when you see like what we would consider a small amount of views when you look at everything else, like I think it was like in like the first week or so, I think I had like 708,000 plays, and I was like, fuck, that's insane.
Jesus.
And then I think it's only sitting on about 6-7k now, but to me I was just like, I'm like, that's fucking mad, man. I was like, and then I thought about it, I was like, I just did that tune to do it, and then had no intentions to keep going, had zero ambitions to actually make music, and then it was like, after a couple of weeks passed, I was like, the buzz of getting of it doing better than I thought it was going to was still sort of fresh, and I was like, I haven't got enough of that sensation yet, you know.
It is an
Exactly.
addiction, mate, isn't it?
Exactly.
Ah,
yeah.
big
The
Yeah,
feeling you get by
That's why I like
Big
missed it so
fucking
much. You
attention
know?
hers, mate, that's
Like,
what it is,
exactly.
like.
Like that's what I mean, and I'm like the biggest fucking attention seeker. Like I literally try and make people laugh for a fucking living, and like as dopey as that sounds, it literally like. Whenever I was like doing this, and I like sort of I've not had my fill with comedy, but I'm like I love doing comedy every single day. Like I literally there was in September I did 22 gigs.
Tickets.
Like I was fucking like I
that's
swear it was
insane.
like it was like there was doing like 2-3 gigs a night now, and it was hectic like, and like I love it the bits, but I was just like I miss music, and I miss the feeling of like when you tell a joke and all and you make people laugh, you can't really look back on that and go I did that, you know. You're just sort of going, right, that's it, what's the next gig, you know, whereas like
music stays forever.
music, you sort of you make a song, like even you talking about one take and all, like that fucking that was like 2015, man, like, you know, that was like that's what I mean, that was like near a decade ago, like, you know, that's how wild that was.
What's insane to think about though?
Yeah, like it's crazy, like the, you know, and then whenever like I was like me and Soup started recording, I met Soup literally just started comedy like maybe a few months ago, like, you know, maybe like May or something.
Yeah.
And then I remember me and him just got chatting outside Madden's bar in Belfast. We were just like, yeah, man, it was like, oh, I love rap music. And me and him were like joking about like Mac Miller or something, you know. And we were talking about one of his songs, and we both started rapping it. And I was like, oh, lad, and I was like, I actually do music. I did back in the day. I would love to get back into it. He was all, lad, I write music all the time, but I never have recorded anything. And I was like,
Do we just become best friends?
You can call me Dragon. But yeah, and then ended up like we've recorded like I think like 6 songs or something, and it's like they're all like they're all hard as fuck. You know, I used to love making beats and all, but I'm not really as creative as like some other producers would
I
be.
think
you
you
know?
need to be really autistic to be really good at
Yeah,
that,
exactly, definitely. And I just started making like the beats, and they're very simple and they're very, you know, just straightforward, but they're also, you know, like it's just the mixture of everything.
You
know,
don't need too much for beats.
exactly.
As well, like.
Yeah, you don't need to fucking go completely wild with it. But yeah, it's wild. I just loved getting back into music, and then obviously seeing you guys get into like the scene just blowing up and going crazy, and you know, it made me just go, fuck, I need
It
to.
did double up really fast.
Seeing
like,
all that
so
shit from like fucking that hotbox stuff and all, like all you guys are making like the fucking Dreamville fucking.
It's hard though, bro.
Well,
It can be hard sometimes. That's all people see. Everyone's what's uploaded on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. That's what everyone else sees. No one sees the arguments, the money you have to put in, the time, mate, and like the failures
expensive,
and the L's, mate. See the amount of L's like, you know, you would take privately and no one knows, and then you would drop a video and it would do well. Everyone was like, I took like 10 losses before that. You know what I mean? Like,
See when people turn around, I hate seeing people turn around and be like, how's your wee music thing going or something? Or be like,
and you're like, you have no
that's
idea how mentally drained I am right now.
Mate, I don't think you understand the stress of paying fucking over a grand to get a tune made, to then have to pay more money for the video, and then for a file to corrupt, and then have to shoot it all over again.
And
then
Like literally that fucking SD
£300-400
card cleared earlier, and you near walked in, I was swinging from the roof, you know, like
you know what I mean? And these are just like such easy mistakes that just happen. It's fucking inevitable, man. You can't escape them. Like, or mate, shoots I've never been to a shoot that started on time.
Oh, I never been to a shoot that's turned out well, mate. Realistically, because you're always going home and DMing the videographer about something. Do you know what I mean?
Can you change this? Can we redo this or like?
Do you know what though? See, when it comes to like actual like films and like acting and shit like that, mate, it's fucking oddly efficient, mate. I done a short film with a fella called fucking Will McConnell. It was actually OJ had set that up as well. So fucking, you know what I mean, 100% fucking.
OJ is a G.
I did fuck all, mate. That was all him. Like he just told me to come down, and I did like, and fucking the rest was history. Like, but mate, I got there on the first day. I was fucking standing at the front having a fag. I was like, I'm so smacked out, and no one else here is. Like, I just don't feel fucking comfortable in this situation. Like, I dandered in, I take my jacket off. Someone come out, goes, oh no, don't worry about it. Just take my jacket off for me. And I was like, is this why rich people are cunts? Like, it's just true.
If I was getting handed all this, see, I get that a wee bit because. See, when I go to a bar now, I'm like, where the fuck's the green room? Like, I literally, we'll like go out for drinks with like the bays or something, and I'll like be sitting, I'll be like, why is there so many people around me right now? Because I'm used to like whenever I go into a bar or like, you know,
get like
a
wee space to yourself.
And like there's like a fucking promoter coming over to me or the bar staff, and they're like, all right, okay, your wee section's over here. We've got drinks and all waiting for you and all. Do you want some food or anything? Do you want anything from the bar? Blah blah blah. And like you get all this fucking attention and all. And
mate, that was the same there on the weekend. I was backstage, you know the Versatile.
Yeah.
I was their show there in fucking Donegal, and I'm close. I'd be close for the. One of the guys who was supporting me. It was like a fest, it was like 3,000 people there, do you know what I mean?
Really?
And we were backstage, and it was a full on like, you had your own wee shed. No, we were we were right beside Versatile.
Porta cabins, most festivals, isn't it?
What is it?
Like porta cabins? Like
yeah, they're like porta cabins, man. You went in, there was like drinks and all, and food. It's like real like celebrity thing. You went round the back of the fucking place and all, where all the generators and all were, you know, doing the stage and stuff, and you had like fucking Versatile's changing room there, and then you had, you know, Killian's there, and all we went in, there was like fucking drinks and all, food and all, everything's laid out for us and shit, and we were just chilling. You heard the crowd going inside and all, and you were able to go up to the window and all every now and again, look in, see if the place is filling up and all. It was fucking mad, bro.
Do you know what Joe's gonna leave out? Do you know what he did leave out? Fucking robbed all the fucking drinks. Fucking right, you would like.
Oh, 100%. I've never left the green room empty-handed like that.
Versatile, if you're watching this, we went in the next day after dropping the keys back up and stole your Phantom, mate. Don't leave it unattended, mate.
That's what you get your free state balls.
But you know what? It's on the fucking rider. I learned this when I worked the Scooter concert. Like, we were told, we were like, oh, Scooter's done now. We're packing up and moving the festival to the next location. But his rider's done, so if you whatever you don't take, we're just selling the bar. So I was like, alright.
Because you end up like the fucking, if it's like I know some venues whenever you get a rider and they would have like, they would charge you for it out of your fee afterwards. Like, I know a lot of venues would go, oh no, we took that out of your budget.
I think it depends on.
And you're like, I'd have fucking brought my own shit if I'd have fucking knew that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I know, well, I did a gig in Glengormley there. The bar actually got closed down. It was sad because it was like fucking 150 people or something.
Wouldn't be surprised up in Glengormley, but
yeah,
it's not a shithole.
I know, but like it was called the Thunderdome. It was a shithole. In the middle of my set, a fight physically broke out in the crowd.
See, that's class, but
and I was just standing there like trying to make jokes about it, and like security were laughing and all. And I was like, lads, get them. I was like, there's two guys fighting over the top of two women there, you know. And like I was like joking. I was like, in the red corner we have the blah blah, and then like it was like like I feel like I'm watching an episode
free
of Jeremy
content,
Kyle.
though, innit?
Yeah,
It's free content for you.
exactly. I wish I video. I was
I
actually.
was about to say, mate, see them American, the American comedians and all, they'll just be doing like the wee small spots.
Yeah.
And people start fucking going nuts in the crowd. And all, mate.
it was crazy. That gig was actually it was opening for Paddy McDonnell, and the Black Paddy was emceeing it. It was wild.
Black Power.
serious?
Yeah.
He was in Lurgan so long ago.
Paddy McDonnell's just one of my favourite fucking
He's fucking
comedians of
class,
all
he's
time.
brilliant.
He's just like
I love him. He's a gentleman as well.
Oh,
yeah.
and do you know what, mate? When I worked in Limelight, I worked in Limelight for fucking like just over a
You were telling me
year.
about this before.
Mate,
last
I
time we seen each other.
fucking he had took the upper section in Katie's, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it. It was like the wee old bar on the upstairs section. They were like, "Oh, no one's to go up there." It was fucking. I had a fucking. What do you call them? Fucking the scumbag. The scumbag barriers, you know, the wee fucking ropes.
yeah.
So like only the fucking upper class can get in. There was
Oh,
one of them,
right.
Arnold, and I was like, who the fuck's this?
The wee red velvet things.
Fucking Paddy McDonnell comes down looking like a West Belfast taxi driver, and they're all having crack. And I brought them up their drinks, and there was fucking, I think it was like 8 Jaeger bombs or something.
Yeah.
And I was fucking having them all out to them and all, and then there was one left, and they were like, drink it. And I was like, I'd only started working there, I was like, no fucking cunt. And then they all like started like standing around me, and I was like, so they all had like me covered, so I was like, and they all started going, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I think it was either just after one of his sets, or he was doing something nearby and he had it booked out for a drink after, but fucking I served him, I met him as just a fucking normal human, like, he was so sound, like.
You obviously have that version of yourselves, like with a, you know, where you are getting to meet guys like fucking versatile and all, blah blah blah. Like Paddy McDonnell and like Colin Gaddis and Mickey Bartlett and all would be like that for me. You know, like
Shane Todd and all you
yeah,
man.
like see now, like the fact that I'm like on a lineup with him.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll
insane.
like it's not as sometimes it'll be like. I've noticed that it moves a lot quicker than what music would move. Like sometimes with music, you've to like, you know, you need to have a fucking song before you can get somewhere. But in comedy, someone will just plant you somewhere. Like, you know, everyone's nearly an industry plant in comedy. You know, it's like who you know, really. You know, you just
Who was it? I was watching one. Was it Kieran Bartlett or someone where he says when he first got the place, his first ever gig, they gave him like 7 minutes and he took like 9 minutes. And they shouted at him and all for it.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
the fucking there's a guy at the back of the room with a sniper on you, fucking whenever you're doing a set, like. That's I get laughed at a lot because I'll go over my time every single time. See at the OEA Centre gig. Well, people keep track of it. Some people go, you've 10 minutes, and they'll sit at the back with their watch going, and like you're meant to be professional enough to like.
I have a sound worked out now.
Yeah, like you're supposed to time it yourself, and if not, fuck you, you know. But like for example, in my gig, I run. I'll literally like when people's at the back, I'm standing at the back, flashing them a light, going, "You're fucking done," you know. But like I'm like notorious for this now. Even that OEA Centre gig, they still take the piss out of me for that because I got drunk and did like 40 minutes in the second half. Like I think I did like, you know, something wild. Like I think it was like 36 minutes or something. I did.
What was that? The one we done?
Yeah.
Mate, fucking, I remember.
I mean, I loved it, bro.
I remember laughing like fuck. Don't get me wrong, because you were MCing and you were fucking. So
I was just all over the place,
You were so efficient. Like anytime there was a changeover and all, like I actually said to everyone, I was like, I haven't had the fucking do anything.
Oh yeah,
since
once I get my like my hands on it, like I'm like this is how the night's
Your
running.
show, mate. You take over.
Like it's not if I'm MCing, I'll be like that. But if I'm like just on,
if you're just
I'll
on,
be like,
100%.
listen, lads, you do it how you want to do it.
You see, whenever you say Justin's MC, not me whenever I thought, what
is he
gonna get up and just start busting rhymes me in the middle of something?
MCing.
What does MCing mean then in comedy?
Master
world?
ceremonies.
That's what an MC is. You fucking plonker. So that's how rap started. It was DJs and they would have a master of ceremony.
So you said Justin's MCing on the thing, and I thought, what is he just gonna be there in the back
with
with
a 16 in each half,
just sitting rapping himself? There.
We're bringing up Jack McGee now
because sure, the original idea, because you sort of planted a seed in my head, but I was at one of the rap nights and you were there and you were like, mate, I would MC at one of these and then break it up a bit and have jokes in between.
Because I went to, I think it was the show you headlined maybe.
Was.
And I remember just saying, I was like talking to you, I asked, my mate Liam was on that lineup as well.
That was that one.
Yeah, and I haven't spoken to
one-
Liam in a while. I miss him like because his music is fucking banging. Like,
Liam Doe, yeah.
His music's wild, man. He produces all his shit from scratch, like, and his music
fucking insane.
It's crazy, his fucking production value.
Yeah.
But he was on that night, and I remember just going up to you because I remember you were like in between songs and stuff, and I was just like, I'd love to like do something like this. It would be so different, you know. Like I've done like comedy show. I got offered to MC like strip shows.
That'd be great crack.
Yeah.
Man,
just nothing ever came of it. I was raging.
You get staff discount and all, I'd say.
Yeah.
For you, like.
Mate, I'm just too mature. Every time you say I'm MCing, I'm MCing in the back.
I'm hosting the show, basically.
Oh yeah, the hosted, yeah.
But whenever I seen you like doing that, I was like, I'd love to do that at like a music event, because I feel like when everyone's like drunk and they're all standing up looking at you, and I could give them a bit of stick or something, you know, like slag them a bit in the crowd.
100%.
But people do host shows, like look at Danny's. Who was
Again, that's where it came from.
It was the Mix show. The Mix show.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant the Common Market show.
There was because someone has to, like, you know, announce who's on next. But I remember at the Mix show in Limelight, they had an actual host from Limelight. But every time it was someone else coming on, like, he would come off in between to get the crowd going, like, right, fucking, like, for example, there was FSJ and all, Little Man and all, so whenever, like, they finished, it was like, right, are you ready for YSC and all, and all? He goes, let me hear this here and all, they're not coming out until, you know what I mean? So they got the crowd going, then whenever fucking Mix is ready to come out, you're by. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking freezing cold crowd.
Oh yeah.
Like, see, the worst part about them shows is the small interaction you have to have with a crowd before it starts. Like, see, walking up and everyone's sitting there, then the people have been waiting 15 minutes, and it'll probably start 10 minutes later.
That's my favourite part. See, crowd control, mate. I love, because you just get up and just fucking...
Exactly, yeah. See,
like,
that's
go
what,
like fuck, mate, you know what I mean?
They're doing other ones, honestly, man. I did, like, for the music ones.
I ended up proper whiskey drunk halfway through, like.
Good.
But like, I asked for Jameson, and he gave me it in like a nice. Do you want to get a nice?
They free pour them in there, like,
100%,
they've got fucking Parkinson's when they're pouring them drinks, like, you know.
I fucking, I was driving, and I had a beer. But I was driving.
Had a beer, not a soup. Not a soup, love, nah.
Nah, it was a beer, mate.
But it was wild.
Who was it? Someone got actually annoyed at us that day, didn't they?
How?
Didn't it? Was one of your wee chums isn't happy with you anymore, like.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
something that was shouted out fucking during the show.
Basically, one of the acts had been very
rude.
So there was like
got pissed off.
A bit of banter was going back and forth between the act and the crowd, and some words were exchanged. And what did you? Because I was blocked at the back of the room.
The most important way to look at this is, right. So
I thought it was a part of the act.
It was a joke. That's
what I mean. It still was funny at the end of the day.
It was a joke, mate. It was a joke.
It's not me you're talking about, by the way. You know, just before I say it.
We girl turns around and goes, "Aye, but what was it said?" She goes, "You might not think it looking at me, but I did sport for years." And the answer, she was like, "What sport did you think I'd done?" The answer was competitive eating. Someone shouted sumo wrestler. Someone shouted rugby. People have to shout.
I feel like it was rugby, mate. The proper, you know, and that was a joke.
Because rugby's like real, so it's like you're like, oh fuck.
And rugby's manly, like beefy, mate. You know what I mean?
But obviously, like, everyone's gonna shout these things out.
Yeah.
Because
they were drunk too, mate.
You're standing there being like, right, what sport do you think I do? It's like, we're hardly gonna say that you're fucking Britain's fucking. I'm not even gonna be rude, like, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like something. You should expect a certain type of answers when you're asking a certain type of question.
Especially when you're validating yourself. You know
like, nah.
But if the whole base of the joke is validating yourself, expect other people to tag along and validate it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and I feel like it's
a question, like you asked, answered.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of them things as well with comedy. I feel like I'm very much, I will never get annoyed at anything anyone says to me if I'm on stage. Obviously, if I'm afterwards and someone comes up and goes, "You're shite," I'll be like, "Get the fuck out of my face," you know, whatever. But like,
sort of get it as well. It must put you off though, I suppose. If something you're not expecting, like.
Oh yeah, see, I love getting heckled and all. Not that that's a fucking invitation, but like, it literally, see, like whenever someone hits me with a good heckle, I really appreciate it. I go, "Fair play to you." See, when people give me shit ones, I just go, "Fuck up."
It's not impressive.
Whack, like, you know.
See, when I worked in Limelight, I had alopecia for like 7 months, mate.
Really?
And the only, mate, I had alopecia for a small amount of time. It was like behind my ear, mate. There was a ball patch. Yeah. I was working a bar, and like, if you were sounding me, I'd give you an extra shot. I was a sound fella. I didn't give a fuck, man. We came up to the bars. Mrs. was being a cunt, just being really loud in everyone's faces and all. And then I full on Millie, and then she was like, "Alright, so give me 2 double pink gins, and then whatever he's having." He ordered a double vodka and blackcurrant, and then she goes, "Right, pay for it." So I sort of turned around to her and I was like, "Hold on here, you can't be a cunt to him and get him to pay for it." And she turned around and goes, "What was it?" She goes, "Fuck up, G.I. Jane." And I was like, you know what? I didn't even charge him for the drinks. I was like, fair play. That was a fucking good one. Like,
he said that?
No, she did. And I was like, I couldn't even, I said to him, I was like, "You know what, lad, I can't even charge you for these. Like, that was good. You just take them, fuck off."
Yeah, I'd say that's what I mean. I think I've got hit with a heckle maybe once that I was like, what did I even say back that? You know, I'll get ones that like I remember doing, you know, Ruby's in East Belfast, you know, in there. And,
yes, the wee fucking, it's like a wee bar sort of.
Fucking UDA bar,
Yeah,
like, you know.
yeah.
And I remember we were doing a gig at it. It was me, Kieran Franco, Pete Giffen, and Sean McAlevey. And the crowd were just so blocked. And there was one guy in the corner, proper old man, bald head, and he was like the act before me, Kieran Franco. Well, his name's Kieran. I'll not give his second name out because it's a stage name. But like, he Catholic, you know. And the guy in the bar was like yawning at him, going, "Ugh," and I was like, "That's so ignorant. What the fuck?"
So rude.
And I was like, "Jesus Christ!" So I went up, and this was one that I couldn't even. I was like, I'm gonna get kneecapped if I do anything further for this. And usually I'm persistent on stage, like I'll fucking ruin you, and then keep going with it.
Keep going for it.
Like the guy, I like shouted at him, and I went on stage after Kieran and was like, "Well, lad, what's the crack with you?" And he was like, "Oh, not much, mate. He was just boring as fuck." And I was like, "Lad, you look like Johnny Adair standing for when he's not well." And he was like, he turned around to me and he was like, "And what's wrong with that? Man's a national hero." And I was like, "Fuck me, Jesus Christ." I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, but you can say that because
I went, you know what, I'll move on. You know?
If that's somewhere, so if you're anywhere and someone comes off with something like that, no matter what side it's on, if someone says that so blatantly, that's the place where it's accepted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, "That's fucking Davey Becker." And I was like, Jesus Christ, I was like, whatever, and then I was just calling them all Wendy lickers the whole night. And like that was one of them ones where I like walked off and I was like, oh mate, like literally that show got called halfway through it, right after my set. The show just got fucking cancelled, and I still got paid. I think I got like 70 quid for it or something. But
do you know what it is? It's like I'm also like, you paid for this, like.
Exactly, I'm like, you paid in. I don't give a fuck. I'm walking away with profit. Fuck you, you know. Like, like every single time, that's what pisses me off about it. Like at least with music, you know, in between. Like obviously there's the odd cases, at least with music, whenever you're like in between songs and stuff, people can heckle you then, but then after that it's another 3 minutes of me doing my fucking shit, you know. Whereas like the comedies, like you can be in the middle of anywhere and someone's gonna give you some shit, like, you know, but it's not as bad as what people think it is. Like,
you get some random stuff though, doing music shows. Like there was a hotbox show that I done before.
Yeah.
And I was on the stage and it was really like well laid out, where I was told, you're gonna come off after this song. There's gonna be exactly 2 minutes, so you give the microphone to Endo, and then that's it. And I was like, right, fucking do my tune, thing's over, microphone to Endo, sounds a plan. Was on the stage, finished the whole time I was on the stage. There was some fella sitting. Say I'm here. There's a fella sitting like this with his back to me on his phone, and I was on the stage. And the shit like I thought, like I'm like, if you don't enjoy it,
and especially
I don't care. But you're sitting on the stage. I can't. There's a few times I was like right behind him. And I was like, I feel like just fucking kicking this fucking head back. Like, and then you know what he done at the end of my set? He was standing where Endo was to be standing. So I was like, is there a change, man? And he walked out and he took the microphone off me and all. And I was like, sort of like right sound. And then I walked off a stage and OJ was like, why'd you not give the microphone to Endo? And I was like, and the fella sat down on the stage and goes, I'm not going nowhere till I get my chance to say my piece.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
And OJ just put his arm around him and goes, mate, get me out there, you fuck off, please.
I remember what you were talking about.
Do you remember that?
That was
Is
the guy in there.
OJ your man? Like I'm trying to just pin him out. I'm like, because I like follow all the music stuff and I have no clue like who anyone is really. I just see photos.
You would know.
Is he the guy that drives the Audi by any chance? Is he the guy who's always in the front of all the hotbox photos? The black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like him that's always at the front of it all.
Bro, I thought it was going to be one of them situations there where you don't want to say if he's black or not, so you're going to be
no.
He's about 5'8", 5'9". He was wearing a red t-shirt.
Adam's apple. No.
See, my hair straight, his is more like than that.
The nappy hair, I think they call it. No,
a perm.
No, that guy. I always see him at the front of all the photos and stuff, but I never knew his name or anything. I think I seen him at one of the OEA Centre shows, and that was it.
James Ojelape. I know his name.
Is that not like fucking OJ Simpson's name as well? Like,
no, James Ojelape is
here.
Oh,
OJ's
right, it's an African name, right?
Oh, see, to be honest though, he's fucking doing all sorts of them.
I'm seeing him all over the place, but I never know who he was.
Dead serious. The scene wouldn't be where it is right now if it wasn't for OJ.
Yeah.
And like, you know, obviously other people are helping too and contributing. No, I'm not just saying it's just
but
OJ.
It wouldn't be as professional.
It wouldn't be. We wouldn't have the standards, mate. We wouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? The fact that people over here are finally starting to like take a notice in it, mate. It took the one person to come over because he had like a whole biography on like, you know, Belfast Live and all, but like basically short story. Went jail, came over here. And whenever he was doing his like degree and that there, he said he had like a dream kind of was like, nah, I'm going to do a studio. No, there's no music over here. There's no rap scene. And says, I'll give it a shot, and more people just picked up on it. Do you know what I mean? And then he renovated that studio, bro, and killed it. Next, you know, mate, just Yeah,
Was
but-
he own that hotbox?
Bro, I remember the very first time I went to Hotbox, it wasn't even open a full week. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember getting in.
Because
and it
I
was
thought that guy
OJ.
Mateo owned it.
No.
I don't even think I know who Mateo
This
is.
is Mateo. I know him on Instagram, but don't actually know the guy though.
That guy Mateo told me he fucking bullshitter, was he? Aye, but yeah, no, that's for like years. That's what I thought after
Well,
I got.
Mateo, like, I Hotbox all mine, lad.
Yeah, like basically, like I don't give a fuck. Like fuck you, you know. Like you're not my mate. Like, but like I just remember just being like talking to him because I remember running into like every week we would go out in Belfast and get blocked, and I would always run into Jasper Mafia, and I just knew he was like my generation.
I know
music,
him, bro.
you know?
He's a song on Link Up, doesn't he?
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's a
he
good
did a
tune.
song with Jordan Out of Attention, you know, and
Yeah.
fucking, you know, all that. And he's actually he was good. I don't know if he still does it or whatever, like, but I remember like every week I'd run into him on a night out, and your man Mateo was standing in a fucking leather jacket. And
Sons of Anarchy, you know?
yeah, fucking Sons of Anime Arky. And he was like, no, I run Hotbox, and he was like ghosting me a wee bit, and I was like, lad, my music's way better than yours, you know, like I was fuming at him,
Good,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Maybe at one point he probably like worked on it or
Yeah, maybe I don't know what the situation is.
But
I just
Like,
Hotbox
could have
is-
been one of the early day producers or
You
something.
never know.
or-
But I know Hotbox is fully OJ. Like I was,
Yeah.
he started off in a wee place smaller than this.
Yeah.
You know, like a wee studio, like a wee studio apartment studio or something.
Yeah.
The studio was that small that the old studio is just a booth.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The old studio
He
was
chopped
just
it up
a booth now.
basically. So we had the actual studio, right? Before the big one now. You went in, it would have been about this size,
Yeah.
but half of it would
Oh,
have been.
it's like a fucking. It's
half it would have been in the actual.
like
booth.
it's like 5 by 12 or something.
Yeah.
Like. It's like longer than it is wide. Like,
And now it's like this whole thing is just the actual booth.
Yeah.
So music videos and all can be
Fucking
shot in it.
insane.
Mate, it's mad. Big
Man,
up
honestly,
OJ.
that's like a. I'll have to, if you'll have me, like I'll have to get down and see what
Nah,
the crack
bro,
is.
100%.
of course
Because
you
I
will.
would
Mate,
love to. I
yeah.
would love to like get
Get
back
in
into
and you know
this.
get in
Yeah.
and like he takes on producers, doesn't he?
Aye.
He does, mate. He does
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I love
It's-
producing. Like I
Yeah.
love rapping like as well. But just
Yeah.
I would like whenever I'm rapping, I don't like rap. I don't like record in front of people. If you get what I mean, I like it takes me.
You're not one of them ones with like a full studio. Like, it's just like, you go down with
I'll
producer and
stick the fucking microphone beside me here and like you know for like hour it'll be like 4 o'clock in the morning I'll be sitting to just you know re-recording. I'm like a fucking nightmare to work with. I've been in studios and all and
See, to be honest, I am the same. How many times do I be recording and like fucking lead a producer? Like he's got such a good ear for things. He's like, mate, that's fine. And I'm like, nah, do it again.
is that your man L.E.?
Yeah, LA.
Yeah,
He's
he,
sick,
he
mate.
fucking he used to work in Craigavon here. Yeah, I think he's from here.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's from around here. He's from Portadown.
yeah. I remember I used
Why
to
do
run
you
into him all
sound
the
like
time.
that and he doesn't then?
Sound like what?
But like what? Like you all sound like you.
Lurgan's a different
He's from
breed, man.
Portadown, mate. He's from
the
Portadown.
Trumpian, you know.
No, mate, he's from
The only one
Portadown.
that fucking speaks normal.
Nah, Lee, yeah, where did he work?
I think he worked in Five Guys at one point there. Remember when
nice.
Five Guys was here?
I'd love
Yeah.
to work somewhere like that, man.
Man, I couldn't be bothered with looking at people all day.
Somewhere
Mate,
where
he's
I could, man.
he's different level of talent too when it comes to
Is he?
producer. I mean, he is like
Sings really
producing,
well
mate.
as
Like
well,
he knows the sound, mate, and like it's just
Yeah.
mad the quality you're getting at a hot
That's what I mean.
box and
I
shit.
remember talking to him like years ago, like, but I never, like, nothing ever came of it. You know, it was
Yeah.
always just, you know,
Well, it's like everyone does like auto tune and all. Like Lee's that good. He gives Joe manual tune and just does it all himself.
like uses like a fucking MIDI for it or something, like a keyboard or something.
like
for it.
presets and all that there. It's
Yeah.
just mad, bro. You know,
Yeah, that's
you get what
another-
you pay for when you go there. You know, Hotbox is definitely.
Yeah, I'd love to come down. I don't like. I'm not fucking paying for studio time when I can do it myself. Like, but I would
100%,
love to
you're
come
fine.
down, like, and just
I tag it on one of our sessions.
yeah,
bro,
just see
get a
what
feel
you
of it, like.
guys are up to and see what
Yeah.
the crack is. But
It's
and all
just
have a
such a-
laugh or something, you know, like.
It's such a luxury space. Like
Isn't it? You do
know
pay. You
what I
do
mean?
pay for it when you walk in. It's all nice and clean, nice and fresh, and
Yeah,
you know,
and especially like
there's no mess or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just you know, it's
something about it that makes you feel like I don't know. It's like when you're recording in
like
in
you know
a
what? You
space.
ever watched Straight Outta Compton? There was the scene where there was a
Yeah.
big mob window and all, and they had the big fucking their eyes. You know, it's just like that there, like
Yeah.
vibes, mate. You're paying for the vibes you're getting in it too.
There was a Solitude in Lurgan, like
Yeah.
the real out like the other end of Quilkey, or like the real like fancy fucking like it's where the barristers live, like the houses are like
Yeah.
40-bedroom houses.
Yeah.
I went to a music studio out there one time, and holy shit, I was like, it was like a house.
Did
The
you get lost looking for the booth now?
Yeah, like there was a house out back
Is
that was
it-
fucking massive.
Is it the studio? I've heard about a studio in some fucking mad neck, and the booth is actually on a different floor than the actual console.
No,
room,
it wasn't that, but it wasn't like a. It was like separate, like it was the same sort of thing as Hotbox, where it was the booth was like the size of this room, had like fucking drums and all in it, and like the guy records everything, you know, like he records all different types of music, but I think I recorded one of my old songs, fucking Unnoticed or something from years ago in it, and he was class, like he was great. But again, I'm not paying fucking 300 quid for to do something. I literally you heard the song I was playing there, like a fucking let's do this shit here, like.
But you also, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't, so that's why you know what I mean. If you're talented enough, I'd recommend work on your craft and do it from home and do it from your own space. But like, bro, all I know how to do is rap. I can't, bro. See, when it comes to like computers and all that other shit, and like obviously, like I'm technical enough, but I couldn't go on and start doing all this fucking movement, like
See, that's what my guy Soup's like. He comes in and he'll write a verse as I make the beat. Like it's scary how quick he'll write a verse. Like I'm like sitting there, like I'll just go right. Okay, here we go. 15 minutes took me to write to make this beat here, just the bass of it or whatever. Like nothing actually like fully like mixed or anything, and he'll go right. I have about 32 bars here for this. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what the fuck?
And then he'll get it in the first take, and I'm like, this is the easiest cunt to work with ever. I've worked with rappers where I'm like, lad, if I have to do one more take at this, I'm gonna have a fucking mental breakdown.
Some people can really, really put it down, but even like when it comes to like bars and all as well, like I don't. OJ, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, sent me a YouTube video and goes, this is a tutorial on how to count bars, and I just replied and I was like, don't need it, man.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? I was like, generally just don't need it. Like, last time I was in the studio with Lee, I was like, right, I'm going to do 16 on this. I was doing a feature for Can't Do, and he was like, right, do 16. I just had bars right down, and I was like, right, I read these a day. How long was that? Lee was like, exactly 16.
Yeah, I was there, bro. That's what I've done as well, yeah.
I've done it a couple times now.
Yeah. See, that's the difference.
You can tell by the beat, mate. You know when to go and when to stop. Like,
and especially if there's like drops and stuff in the beat or build-ups or anything, you can usually go by that. But see, I work whenever I rap over my own beats. I'm just working with like. There's a grid to it. It's almost like, when you're writing on a page and there's lines on the page. Yeah. That's sort of what it's like when you produce your own beat and you can rap to the grid of it rather than like, just whenever you hear a beat and you just rap over the beat, which is why like I sort of find it easy to do that. But like if you give me someone else's beat and just goes right over that, I'd be fucking lost. Like,
really?
Because you know the timing down.
I think it's just because it's just years doing it over my own beats. Just never learn it. Like I never really like did anything. The first ever one I did, that one take one, was the only beat I've ever rapped over that wasn't mine.
Seriously? That's impressive within itself, though.
Yeah, but it's like, it's also like, then I'm a fucking hard cunt to work with, because again, I'm exactly what I hate. I'll be like, if I went to a studio and like say I was, I paid for studio time in Hotbox or something, I'd be there and you don't leave, till like 4 in the morning, like, And
you don't leave with the exact product. We were talking about the way down here. Like, I don't know how many times
don't leave an exact product.
But I wrote a whole full-on tune, unreal, so in my head, and I've done it, you know what I mean? You're like, fuck it, I'll take my 10 minutes to do it in the studio here because it's belter, you know what I mean? And you leave, mate, you take the whole studio session, and you leave, and you're like, mate, this sounds shit. And then there's days where you would write a wee quick one, and he would ask me to come down, it's not on my money, on my time, and I'd come down, do a wee quick one, and it's best tune I've ever done in my life.
Listen, boys, you are more than welcome, like, to come down here and we'll fucking work on a tune, Like, I don't do, like, anything that's, like, sort of drilly or anything. You just
I made drills washed, bro, I think.
Yeah.
Well, see, I was doing a feature the other day and thought he was, I'll get you a drill beat, and I was like, mate, it's just so unfortunate the last time I put a music video out, it was a drill tune, because the music videos just get way more like attention. Like I have so many tunes out that aren't drill. Just
I'd say the closest thing to drill I like right now is Jersey club beats.
Yeah,
we like fucking them ones, bro, because they're like mixed drill / like Afro beats / but the drill sound we're thinking of, mate, is just too like only certain people can rap on them, mate. Yeah. Unless it's sampled.
Exactly. See, I've got this weird fucking taste recently of it's obviously like I'm not just discovering this, like I'm not like just got back into it. Like I love all that like Florida music, like all fucking Suicide Boys and shit like that. I don't know what it is recently that's been like fucking really appealing to me. And
I just like 20 like the likes of 21 Pilots and all. Yeah. I was saying the other day, like my actual musical taste is like
emo as fuck, mate.
I mean, you'd be surprised. Listen, like,
so like that's Motley Crue behind you, bro. I love all that shit.
Avril Lavigne, fucking My Chemical Romance. Because my sister used to listen to them growing up. She was like gothic, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I grew up listening to like the likes of all like pop music, like before rap music. But even like,
so what got you into like rap then? Because I know we answered it there, but like what actually what was the thing?
Always loved music, mate. I always knew I'd pursue music, mate. Yeah. No matter what, because I loved music growing up.
Like I remember you texting me years ago about it and stuff like. But
like time ago, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Like again, I think I was like maybe like 16 at the time. So what were you, like fucking 14 or something? And you were like, I'd love to get into that and all. And I was like, fucking go for it.
That's what I'm saying. But at the time, I was in school and all, and I didn't want to. I was like,
you're too like influenced by other people.
But like I said before we got cut off, like I was a follower, mate. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know where I stood, but then I was always writing growing up, so like that's what I'm saying. Like my first studio session, not to blow my own trumpet or nothing, but I remember like my first ever session, OJ was thinking, fuck, he's not gonna know what he's doing here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I jumped down, he just paused and goes, do it again, man. That was fucking hard, because I had practiced over the years, man.
Yeah.
But like, always knew it'd be, be music I'd get into. But like I says, rap music wasn't the first type of music I started listening to. Do you know what I mean? It was all like pop music, like bro, Justin Bieber and all that other shit. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up listening to that other shit. You know what I mean? Fucking like then you said end ups and all, but then obviously like all like Avril Lavigne and all had like My Chemical Romance, all the emo music shit too. You know, it definitely made a sound for me.
Yeah.
And then whenever like I grew up and started like doing what I was doing, I just fucking rap music just kind of took over me because it was just more like
Do you think that's why you do more wavy stuff then?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
100%.
The
influence of it usually makes sense.
I see now, I could do a song and like do a full rap song 100% and maybe do a few of them, but I couldn't base my whole career now off rap music.
Oh really?
I've expanded out too much in my own head. I've got too much thoughts now to the point where I'm thinking,
especially whenever you're like, because I think that exact same way, and then I'll like have all these ideas for songs, and then for example when me and Soup just come in here, we just have a bit of fun and rap over a beat. Like I'm not like fully satisfied with it because I want more.
But I was going for this like Machine Gun Kelly type of beat, like, and it was like rock and roll / rap, and I was thinking, fuck, I'd love to do something like this. Like, you know what I mean? I can't box myself in my music, mate, so I don't know what's coming in the future, but like that's what definitely got me into music. But I wouldn't say what got me into rap. Music got me into rap because it just led me to rap as I got older. Do you know what I mean?
You realize that like rap is doable.
Yeah, it's very doable, man.
You find like a love for it. You know, it's like it's not one of them ones where you're like, like. For example, if you were like fucking Lewis Capaldi, how do you stumble across that you're that good at singing?
I know,
do you know what I
mean?
And then how do you end up finding a fucking love for it then? You know, if you just find out, oh, I'm a good singer. Whereas rap music, you usually have to like develop your fucking sound to it. You know,
like piss about with the first, and then do a wee song, and then you think, nah, I'm gonna do better than that there, and then to the point where you're years down the line, mate, you're addicted to it. Exactly. You have to make it, like, do you know what I mean?
100%. That's what I mean. Like, I'll literally sit up in here I've like fucking work the next day at like 7 o'clock, and I'll sit till like 4 in the morning, just fucking about with shit, making beats and all, just mixing things, writing different lyrics. It's an escape. That's the truth, mate. It's an escape. It's 100% an escape. Obviously, not everyone is fantastic at it, but like,
believe me,
you get some people and you go, lad, maybe start comedy or something.
Yeah, I know, mate, fuck's sake.
Some people that are fucking ass, mate, but it's like, it's exactly,
I was trying to dance around that.
I know, walking on eggshells, mate.
It's exactly what they need, like, mate. Some people are fucking shit, mate, but it's what you need.
Joe's being all diplomatic now.
You need to hear it though, don't you? Like, you do have to be told, because if you had people backing
like
every song you done,
man, like,
do you know what I mean? If you had Yes Man, like, bro, whenever I say about me taking L's and all there, I've had people literally like my best mates who I know they're my true mates because they're saying, mate, that's shit. Like, that's not it. Redo it. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Like, you can do way better, but
that's
if you get Yes Man,
same thing. Like, I had whenever, that's why I sort of stopped music, because Sober was my last like fucking song that I was like, I'm happy with this. Yeah. Because everything else I recorded was like kind of cringe and everything, and even all my mates were like, nah, but I wouldn't release that one, and I was like, right, okay. And that's why like it would take me 8 months to record a song, you know, because I was always trying to, like, I would start one, finish it, and go, it's shite, next one, you know, like.
It's so hard to find. Like, see, when it comes to like your friend group and all, there's so many people that'll be like, oh, that's class and be yes man, but there's so many people that are the absolute opposite as well. Yeah,
some people are negative bastards.
No matter what you do,
believe me,
like, nah. But see, to be honest, I had a wee mate, I've made some for fucking years, mate. Never read a wee bird, never had a job, never done anything, mate. And you would do something new, mate. I remember when I first started making tunes, I did something new.
I was just trying to give you good advice, mate. I don't know what you're fucking slamming him at.
But do you know what I mean? He turned around and he's like, but why are you doing that? Like, you're obviously not going to get anywhere or do anything with it. And I'm like, no harm, but that's why nothing's going to change.
I know,
like,
mate,
if you think about things
you
like
get
that.
You get people like that there, don't you?
Do you mean I'm not rapping to become fucking minted? Like,
no, you're not trying to be the next Eminem. Sometimes it's just an outlet, and if there's a few quid in it, you know, fucking class. Like, you know,
the dick, and I'm more likely going to be good at that than a fucking barista, like, aren't I? You know,
exactly. Like, you're not going to be fucking rapping burritos and boojum like the rest of your life. Like,
I look more out of place in boojum than I do on a stage with a microphone. Like, so it's like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's the you know, there's not a lot, as cringy as it is, and it's the same fucking shit as, like, you know, that's been talked about in rap music for decades. It's like, whenever you're from a shithole and you're literally, your life is destined to be shit, and you find out that you can do this one thing. It's the same with me in comedy. Like, I found out I was funny, you know, and I just went, I can monetize this a little bit, you know,
make money off it.
Yeah,
you know?
And then I was like, once I seen like fucking Colin Geddes selling out the SSE from doing the same shit I'm doing right now, and I I went, why the fuck would I not like try and monopolize that a wee bit, you know? Whereas like, and it's that same shit when you come from like a fucking shithole like here, you know, you don't have many options, you know. The best you could do is get stuck in a fucking office the rest of your life.
See,
you know?
for me, mate, the love's actually been proper real though. Like you would think, okay, coming from a shithole knob, you doesn't come from the richest family and out there. You would think, like, you always hear the stories as well about your own people, like your own community not backing you, man. I've actually had the complete opposite, man.
Really,
like, see, mate,
I've always had your back.
Mate, Lurgan, that's
I know that's why I'm so
right
like,
here.
that's like whenever you did get into it, I was like so proud of you, man. Because like, I didn't get that same reaction when I first started.
It must be a generational thing, bro, because everyone my age was like, wait, Joe, fuck me. Like, you know what I mean?
And which I think...
proper bigging me up and shit, and I was like, yo.
Yeah, I think not to be that wanker, I think I sort of like laid that a wee bit. Because it was like, from where we're from, I was the only content.
It wasn't a foreign concept by that point.
So, like, by the time I had like already done it, Joe came in and it was like, people were like, oh no, we've already had whatever, we've already got.
You're not the alien here.
Yeah, so like when Joe came in,
I wasn't a newcomer, mate. You know what I mean? I wasn't new. I was just able to like make more like relatable music for like the people around here who actually like, you know, knew me. And then they were like, fuck, we was not talking shit in his music, you know. And then I remember I dropped my first one, bro, sat back laughing. I remember it was like a fucking just a wee quick one I done, like a wee MCing kind of tune. Bro, first day I got 20k plays, mate. I mean, all these concerts I was going to school with and all me sure and text me, man, fucking go ahead and all. And I was like, oh shit, not give me so much love, bro.
You know what it is as well, though? It's like when you start at such a higher standard than most people start as well, it's like so much
you
harder
came straight
to
out
knock
the gate,
it.
like you know,
come straight out the gate with 20k views. It's like someone's gonna be like, oh, that's shit. You're gonna be like, numbers don't lie, chum. You know what I mean?
And then my first music video was like a professional one done as well. Like I didn't, you know.
So we just had like fucking like my uncle was like videoing me, you know. So it was like one like we sort of like had this thing where there was like no ground whatsoever to like walk on. So you were just like fucking, you know, you were like walking with a blindfold on, like, you know. So
like people sort of, it's not like a directory, but it's like there's someone you can text like, I need a videographer, I need a producer.
Exactly. I was like making shit up as I was going along. Like I was like, I don't know how other people do this, but I'm gonna try and do it this way. And that's like whenever we started making beats, we had no idea. We thought we fucking invented FL Studio. Like we thought we were like the first ever people to use this. Like we had no idea what it was. We had no like. And even like we had no people. I sound like we're from the fucking 80s or something. It was literally like 5 years ago.
But may as well be from around here, bro, because it's so new.
There's no like so new. That's what I mean. Like if you're like the like literally like just the one after me, like that's literally all that is. You know, it's like it's not like there's like generations of people doing it. Like, you know, you are basically the first generation of fucking people to actually do it. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, I was just doing it for
positive support.
Exactly. Yeah, because when I came straight out the gate, it was like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know, you fucking wee ginger cunt. I had fucking braids and all at the time. Like, you know, it was like. I ain't gonna say fuck all, bro, so I mean,
I know Joe got bullied in work for having braids in his hair and he went home and took them out.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Nah, I didn't, bro.
Yes,
I took them out because I wasn't taking care of them, innit?
Oh.
I wasn't wearing a do-rag.
3 days after you got them in.
And then, like, I'll admit the braids were a bit. I ain't got them back in, bro. Because, bro, image is like, you know, look at 6ix9ine, mate. With rainbow hair and all, do you know what I mean? What do you think he hears people say about him?
I don't get rainbow hair though.
No,
don't do that. Like the braids,
especially after all them transphobic comments.
Ian transphobic, by the way. We're making a song. Don't worry. Like, you know what I mean?
I hate
making a baby. I don't think you can.
I was about to say I don't think you can transition that well. Like fuck.
But, doing a womb transplant.
Yeah, I'm not transphobic. I hate everyone equally. Like, see, I'm just fucking as fed up with every single individual group as the next. Like,
oh, well, fucking welcome to comedy. Brother, wait till someone's coming up the after show being like, "You're a straight white male." What the fuck? Like I'm talking about like, oh.
Do you know what I hate about that? Yeah. Do you know what I don't like about that? It's like I understand in history.
Yeah, of course.
In history, white fellas aren't sound.
Yeah.
I wasn't around. I was born 21st November 2002.
Whenever did I own slaves? You know what I mean?
Well, Phil Vaughan said something. He was like, I grew up with poor black kids, so I was like, do you think I'd steal your stuff and just not have any of it lying about? I find that so true. It was like,
are we going to share this plum?
Do you know what I mean? Fucking, I grew up in a council house, you grew up in a council house. Where's my...
Why are we stealing? Like, I'm not stealing from someone with less than me, you know?
Where's my privilege called into play? Yeah. But I do get it. I do understand. You do, systemically things trickle down and all. Really do, but I think it's really I find a lot of humor in it from my perspective because I'm just like, something, I've been missed out on something here, like, do you know what I mean?
I know, like, I'm a fucking bad guy here for no reason.
I know.
Another reason why we get into music, because you're usually, like, in that situation where you're, like, you feel like a dickhead all the time, so you just sort of go, you know, it will be, you know, like, it's a bit of an outlet where you can be a dickhead without having to...
mate, you can be what's on your mind.
You can say whatever the fuck you want, you know.
Bro, music's like an alter ego.
Exactly,
It really is, because well, the way I try my best to portray myself in music, the way I am in person. That's why I make deep songs. I make, you know, like fun songs, like this, not there. But like, I'll never like proper like be someone that I'm not. Do you know what I mean in music? So I think maybe that's where the love comes from, because people know I'm being authentic with it. Do you know what I mean? No fakeness around here, like.
Exactly.
Alright, well, hold on here. Smoking that big pack of Cali, far up, but you know what though, those things they're just like wee fillers, you know what I mean? They're like wee filler.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you have to talk. Well, as a you had to talk about smoking weed as a rapper, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you
yeah,
had to talk about this.
It's
You know what I
part
mean?
of the culture of it, like, you know. That's what I mean. Like, it's not like but I think that's what's good about, like, what I was talking about earlier is this, like, Northern Irish music scene has stumbled its way into having its own sound as well.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
mate, best believe it. That mixtape, like I said, what OJ is doing, really, he actually almost didn't want to put anyone else from outside the country on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was fully like, you know, there's definitely a sound here, mate. You know, like it has to be Northern Irish artists.
I get you. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, that's class, man. Honestly, I'm like so like. Because again, that's what I mean. Whenever I was coming up, there was none of that. And again, it sounded like a fucking old man when I say it, but literally,
I'm sure you could get one of your tunes put on that mixtape like that.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I haven't even released anything yet, so it's like, you know, whenever I do, let things come in time. You know, I'm not going to be like trying to shove myself down people's throats, especially in the music scene where you all have your own wee community, and I don't want to come straight into it.
Made you think that though, but
no, the more the merrier,
community. Yeah,
I'll let it happen naturally, where people are just like, you know, oh no, that's cool. I like your song, and I go, I like your song, and then that sort of shit.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with like comedy and stuff.
Situation. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like, we just sort of stumbled into each other's laps, and next thing you know, we're fucking.
If you don't force anything, it's still gonna happen. Like,
exactly. So that's why I'm like, that's what I mean, especially with like comedy as well. I don't want to like come across as like the kind of guy who thinks because I do well in another sort of fucking game.
Who would be the biggest like comedian you've either done a show with, or actually like, you know, talked to, like who you would consider like someone you can hit up, like, you know what I mean?
Well, all the big ones from here I know quite well at this point. I've drank with half of them, you know, like me, Mickey Barton, and Colin Geddes were blocked together in Lavery's one night. You know, like fucking. Again, I'm doing another gig with a Black Potty. He's quite famous. Like,
he's funny as fuck.
He's big, mate, too. Was he like 90k on TikTok or something?
Like that, yeah. He does real well.
He's funny, mate. Up in Carrickfergus all, mate. He was running by with a Gaelic top on. Some guy pulled up and goes, "You make it out of here," and all that. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, me and him are doing like the Ulster Student Union in Belfast, like in a week or two.
Yeah,
and it's literally
just used to.
That sounds like a load of fucking blue-haired lasers and all.
Oh, mate, I think I've done like 5 or 6 student unions, and holy shit, I've never enjoyed one.
Well, I don't know. It just seems like if you're ever gonna get someone to be offended, that's the place for it. Like,
believe it or not, the actual the worst one is Belfast. The one I'm fucking doing. So yeah, come see me at that. But like I'm doing like I did Derry, the McGee campus, and holy fuck. Well, again, it was opening for William Thompson, so it was like, you know, it was class. You know, like
you're getting heckled and you don't actually understand anything.
Oh yeah, as Mickey Barnett says, like Derry people sound like what deaf people think.
But like Derry's so close to Donegal, maybe I don't know what it is, but there's definitely an accent change. Your fella, that rapper Hyphen, Conor G was getting on to him about his accents and all, and I was like, no, mate. I was like, no, mate, that's what I'm saying, but Derry has a completely different accent, mate.
That's a tell lie. He was another one that was like there when I first started. I remember Hyphen being like one of the first guys.
Bro,
like,
I forgot to say this. I actually did forget to say it, and I did say it then whenever what got me to book my first ever studio session was I heard Hyphen's verse on the cypher, mate. Because I'll never forget, bro, I was head rack one day in bed and I was looking up like just Northern Irish drill, because I was like really into drill at this time, and I had a hotboxing, I goes, what the fuck's hotbox, and all, seen like all these cunts in the thumbnail and all, and I goes, clicked on, I heard Hyphen's verse, and I goes, fucking hell, straight onto the website, straight on, I was like, what is this thing? And I remember thinking to myself, fuck, like there's like 30 buys, I didn't know there was already enough people here. I was a newcomer. Realistically,
it's actually so insane, because that shoot you're talking about was the first time I met Hyphen. We've been tight ever since.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd never been. I didn't even.
Do you know I tell people I wasn't even on that cypher?
Really?
People ask me and I'm like, nah, man.
Mate, I never.
Right, I was like, third fell on, but I was like, am I on it? Nah, man.
I never planned on actually rapping until I heard that cypher. Like but around the time these guys were all doing that, like I was just a normal worker, mate. I mean, like I wasn't even had any. I'm a newcomer. Do you know what I mean?
I think that video made it really palatable, but. it made it really it was easy to get into. Like it didn't look forced. It didn't look fake. It was just like
So all
16-year-olds in a fucking garage with masks.
No, not even that. Mate, Clayton Cooper and all was at that one as well.
I Clayton C.
Yeah, mate, fucking he was our.
Like that's like I remember like hyphen be fucking hold on. It's not turned off or anything. It's just like
right, lads. So we're gonna start again.
No, fuck.
9:03, 1 o'clock in the morning.
No. Fuck, we'll put a verse down. Yeah, but the like we're all good. But yeah, like Hyphen was one of the ones who originally I remember being like, oh, this is another dude like my age, like
knows the crack,
doing
like
some.
Yeah, like because again it was all. There was like 3 white guys doing it at the time, you know, like all the other rappers. I remember like it was like fucking like the only ones that were doing it at the same time as me, like even from like down south, was like Her Squid. Do you know them guys? Like
and Versatile, obviously they were doing. They've been doing it for a decade as well.
That's what I mean. And I remember them as being like the big ones, you know, just being like, what the fuck, these guys are doing so well, and like shit like that. And then all of a sudden, like there's one after another coming through, and like it's not, you know, like 1 in 5 or shit, you know, like.
I mean, do you know what I think as well? There's no harm in fucking being one of them artists that only has a couple of good songs. What about fucking Rizzle Kicks? People love Rizzle Kicks.
Facts,
mate. I think there's 2 Rizzle Kick songs that I know. There's probably about 4 that I actually know the words to.
Yeah.
Mate, they do shows and make fucking dough no matter what, man. They haven't fucking released nothing.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. It's all revenue, it's all royalties and shit.
Hey, my dream job would be Mariah Carey at Christmas time, or like a full-time football reserve.
Oh yeah, so do fuck all and get paid millions.
Mate, 100%, mate. Fucking 6, not even millions, mate. Fucking 3-4 grand a week, mate. I'm happy. Like.
I'd love to be like fucking like if I was, because I would love to do comedy either way. Because I have that feeling of making people laugh. Now it's not even like an attention thing anymore. It's like because I've already got the attention.
You know how to do it now, don't you?
I'm just like, this is what I love doing. You know, like
how often would you write like new jokes and that? Because I've actually seen a few comedians from around here use the same material.
Yeah, there's people who've been doing the same shit for like 5 years. Whereas like my generation of comedy from like just like
seems a lot faster paced.
Yeah, there's like a weird turnover with jokes. I will write like a joke a month sort of thing, and like you write it and then you spend a month testing it out. And then you'll keep doing it like throughout, and just in your set, say you get like a 20-minute set, you'll just keep doing that joke, or then after a while, after you've done it for a while, you'll go put that one on the back burner for a show or something, you know, or if I'm doing an hour or whatever. But I'll write a joke about a month and like maybe even 2 months, and then just like go to all the open mics and just keep trying it and see where it does work and where it doesn't work, what crowd it works. That's how you get good at it. You write a joke and then read a room on how to tell that joke. Yeah, you know, so that's where the actual like talent of comedy comes.
That's the same. But that's the same with music. It's all about reading the room, mate, reading the crowd. If you have a stiff crowd, mate, it's just gonna be stiff the whole night. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
The crowd controls you, and you control the crowd. Make you play off each other. You know what I mean?
I think it's slightly easier because you can really like not dumb it down, but if I like fucking jump up and down a bit, you're gonna be sitting there, Stephen, being like, "Oh, he's getting into it. I can support this." Like, you know what I mean?
I remember seeing like one thing. I sent to Killian there. I know he hasn't done open enough for Versatile. Like, bro, there's a big fucking. We made thousands in the crowd. Like, I says, "Look, lad," I goes, "They're fucking blocked." I goes, "Get on stage, grab the fucking mic, and just scream, 'Are you fucking ready?'" When you're something." He did, mate. The place, well, it's just everyone was screaming, mate. You know what I mean?
That was what was that? Was that not?
I done that as well. The fucking the show. Remember the March show? Before I got the headline one.
Oh, it was our first show.
I got on. All the Lurgan ones were with me. I just got on stage and I go, "Yup, boys, what's that crack?" And all that. You know what I mean? Let's get on and get fucking blocked. And everyone just loved it, mate. I only record about. I only rap. I could see my song. About a quarter of my song I'm rapping. The rest is just the song playing and me hyping the crowd.
That's why, see, to be honest, when we first started doing live performances, loads of people were telling that, literally putting on their stories and all, being like, these kids shouldn't be given opportunities because they're using backing tracks and all. I'm like, mate, you're on your stage.
It's a performance. It's not a fucking.
It's a performance.
You're not doing some weird artistic fucking thing. It's people want to have a good time and get fucking drunk, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, mate. And you know,
I'm like, I want to be able to fucking really get into it and then take the microphone away, take a breath, fucking dap some fella up, give someone else the finger because they're holding the camera, put the microphone. Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
That's way
you want to
more
enjoy yourself.
like,
it's not about who can fucking hold their breath the longest and spit the longest
that's what I'm saying.
the fastest
who
possible.
can get us red in 30 seconds.
Because it's about your imagery, mate. You know what I mean? And like how you perform is how your image. You know
it's
what
not
I mean?
the fucking 90s anymore. Like some people just want to have a bit of fun and fucking vibe out. That's what I mean. That's what all music is to me. It's just
vibes.
I just want to fucking vibe out. I just want to have a bit whatever I'm feeling at that time. I want to fucking do
That's
it.
why it's escapism. Because if you're a wee bit head melted, you're like, oh fuck it, and then you'll whack on like a deep tune. But if you're
it's like a draw. It's like, you know, like you want to go out and have a fucking mad party, you'll take coke. you know, but you're not going to take coke to sit in your fucking bedroom in a dark room and fucking,
Do you know what I
cry
mean?
your eyes
Yeah,
out to some
you're
fucking
full on.
Chanel, bro, you know,
Yeah.
like, you'll take some weed. If you want to go out and get fucking horny and loved up at a rave, you take some ecstasy, you know. It's the same with music. You want to listen to that sort of music for that feeling, you know.
Fact,
So if you want to go out and have a fucking mental time and like, you know, just fucking bop your head just to hear the fucking 808s banging in your ear. That's all you want.
That's what it is, mate. You
You know, just with someone going, you know, you want to do. That's how like fucking XXX and Ski Mask and all got so big.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, they just
the
got up.
vibes,
and
mate, they got up. They controlled the crowd with their
Exactly.
music, mate.
They just came on, played the heaviest fucking bass line or 808 they could, and just screamed. And like there was no structure to it. It was just them doing that.
And everyone got behind it. Everyone was like, you'd see when fucking your man fucking, because I never knew who XXXTentacion was till he died, man.
Oh really?
I knew him.
proper,
I
like,
knew
so
him.
many
We
people
loved him, like, we fucking loved him,
So many
yeah.
people say that's a sin, like. But
Yeah.
it was any time I'd watch
I had his
him live.
vinyl and all before he died.
But the thing is, though, you can't. But you can't blame you for thinking like that because that is the truth. You don't properly blow until you die.
Oh, exactly.
Mate,
Yeah.
like
Any
I knew of
artistry
him.
like
I knew
that.
of him, but I never actually listened to him until he died. Mate, not gonna lie.
Here, can I tell you an unpopular opinion? Paul Walker didn't have a clue who he was. Never watched the Fast and Furious, like.
Really?
Really?
Never once.
That's
Fuck.
surprising, man. You look like someone who would watch Fast and Furious.
I'm smacked out, but you'd think I'd love it definitely.
I imagine you had like R.I.P. Paul Walker in the back of the car.
I was
like,
gonna say, the Team with Me podcast, R.I.P. Chinsey or something like that. There, I'll see you at the crossroads.
I seen one. It was like smoking fags and silky legs, and that lives in my head rent free now. So
Oh, mate, yo, some of them smacked out fucking bumper stickers. That's nicer than the cars, like.
yeah,
Funny
that's
as
right.
fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what as well, actually, before I forget, because it probably didn't even fall into us half, fucking talk about Big Fat Nini having a wanking Maz.
Oh my
Because it's
days.
just golden. And I'm not even
Yeah.
joking, that fucking free impressions, mate. Do a hashtag Icefield Boys and whack Icefield Boys. Mate, the last time I was talking about Icefield Boys, Mr. Duffield will still, the vice principal, still walks up a corridor. And they'll start
5
to-
names, Justin's gonna have to blur out. In
You
the
know,
space
It's-
of about
it's-
10
I
seconds.
don't know
mate.
none of these motherfuckers.
I don't even really care, because when the Hotbox put up one, there was a video of Mr. Duffield shouting at me, and then
Really?
I was sort of told, it was Eva would say to me, he's like, I was talking to someone in the school and they says you need to take that down, and all. I was like, fucking suck my cock and balls.
Yeah.
But long story short, sitting in Maz, earphone in, fucking foot draft builder, fucking 2020 as you do.
Yeah.
Look up Nathan Black, about 5'7", about 4 foot wide, fucking massive fella. I swear to God, he tried
His
to
belt size was equator.
Mate, he fucking tried to choke out a wee kid in school before, and he lay him on the floor and got on his back, and you could only see his feet, mate. It was like, do you ever see in Jackass and the fucking make wee man disappear?
Like a Halloween decoration, mate. Just the feet.
Mate, I swear to fuck, on my man's life,
A
mate,
Halloween
there's a video of it
decoration,
somewhere.
mate. Just the feet sticking out of got there. A wee skeleton in your garden,
Mate,
mate.
it was, mate,
You know what I
because his
mean?
big fat bastard and his legs were like, I hadn't just seen the wee kid's feet there, like, fucking.
Yeah.
But he's a massive guy, and fucking I fucking looked up. All I seen was like one half moving. Do you know what I mean? Like he had fucking, like he was having a stroke or something. Like I'm fucking. I just went,
He was like
Nini's-
laughing from one side.
Yeah. Nini's having a wank. Put me
And
earphone back
TMIKE
in.
pulled the table out, finished the math, so he did.
Fucking right, I did. But I was like, oh, Nini's having a wank, just joking. So fucking one of the lads table laugh. Put me earphone back in. That's just how it goes.
What I laugh at is like you said, oh, he's having a wank, and he continued. Like, he just nothing stopped him.
This is what I found.
Fuck's sake.
That's why I found it so fucking funny. I was like, that's why the whole story's like a full-on fever dream. It actually hurts me that it's a real, true gospel story. Like, I've told the story so many times, it hasn't fluctuated. I was like, oh, Nini's having a wank just because I seen a bit of fucking motion. Half an hour passed, so I don't know if he actually was wanking at that point.
That guy
in time.
just couldn't get it up. Fucking half an hour,
maybe
bro.
he's trying- maybe
Takes me 35 seconds.
Maybe trying to find it, like, or something, but
Mate,
I...
if there was a fucking wank Olympics, I would fucking win it, man. You know what I mean?
35 seconds and a quick thought, mate. That's you,
I
mate.
haven't even got the fucking advert done on Pornhub yet. You know what I mean?
Welcome to Jerk.
The VPN's not even on yet, fuck's sake.
Find fucking Milfs and Craigavon. I was like, lad, I don't
none-
even need to at this
There is
point.
none, don't
You
worry.
need to remember, but this fella don't have porn. He's in all boys school, sitting at a table full of fucking greasy, pimply, fucking
I
kids.
was born to him, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking sort of
He was
smack-
actually a 40-year-old man.
I mean, he's undercover, mate. What will size him? Two fellas get up and leave. Like going to the toilet, and then see when they come back as soon as they sit down. Mr. Duffield was a bit of a fucking screw loose, like he's fucking runs triathlons and all. He's like a David Goggins but white, and fucking he came in, and you would think he would shout. He shouts at everyone. He went, can I speak to Nathan, please? And it was sinister. It cut the room like it was fucking...
It's like when your ma called you by your full name.
Yeah, when your ma says, "Oh, I'm not angry," Mr. He went in, he was like,
"Wee Joe."
Fuck's sake.
As soon as, "Can I speak to Nathan, please?" Stands up. Fucking thing undone a wee bit of the, you know the way the wee fucking silver class be yoga ball. Can I get that in? I'm sorry,
Stuck it in like fuck me.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean it.
Saying that, I had to suck and to get the other hang button before by telling you, see them school uniforms.
See when you go into school, your sister's skirt, but it must be tight like.
Fuck's sake.
See, man, I'd have fucking accepted my fate. I'd have just stood up and went, I did. You know, like
I wouldn't need to put it away.
You know, it's like you know when like a fucking celebrity gets caught out doing blackface or something. Yeah. I'd just go, yeah.
The boy.
I'll just go make a Tropic Thunder 2 then.
That's my fucking you know, like that's my screensaver at the minute. So fucking, you know, like
it is what it is.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. You just lean into it. You know, you get caught wanking in the middle of nowhere, and you just go, listen, lad, I haven't came yet. Can you come back in 5 minutes?
Oh, there's a line, mate. You're definitely at least finishing. Like, say if I came in and I seen the teacher's face, I'd be like, right.
It's not even worth it, you know what I mean?
It's not worth it if you don't finish. But what happens? Get caught back in the class, everyone thinks you're a sex offender, the police come to your house and tell your mum you had a wank in a room with 30 children. You still have to have a wank when you get home. What was the point?
I'm still fucking hard.
Fucking balls are blue as fuck, man. But alright, so then yeah, obviously he goes out of the room, he's crying, and I was like, lads, what the fuck just happened? They were like, mate, like, he actually got caught having a wank, and I was like, no way, this is what I was
what
like.
What did his man do, sir?
Well, I don't actually know, because I only read his man once, like, I'm only joking, but,
he goes, did you finish? Fuck me, man.
Are you winning, son?
Are you winning? Fucking hell.
Oh, Jesus. But so fucking... I ended up getting to school the next day. I put before I left the classroom. I was like, holy good fuck, fat Nini got caught having a wank in my maths class. Laugh like fuck. Yeah. Double LF. Yeah. Got the car.
Lol.
And this is not even an hour. Like I was on 200 likes. I don't know if there was laughing reacts, but if there was,
probably not. They only came out recently.
But I got back into my ma's car, buzzing. Came into school the next day. My ma gets out of the car and she's like, I was like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm gonna come at me, and I was like, why? And she was like, no,
you passed your GCSEs.
What are you doing in here?
You left school.
So you start working in hard.
Got in, sat there, big long meeting table, and the principal and the vice principal was there. But I didn't think that I could have got in trouble for it, so I was sitting there like, what the fuck have I done here? Like, I'm gonna get hit with some false accusations. Sat down. Like,
false.
Well, Michael, you used to always call me Michael, and they would say it like that. And they'd be like, well, Michael, basically, the reason why you're here is you were doing some things on Facebook yesterday, weren't you? You put up wee status, didn't you? Because fucking Mr. McColgan, he fucking dead ass used to be in the UDA, like he said it.
That's just a fucking conservative Protestant man heard about wanking. He was like, I'm ruining everyone's lives.
He literally.
You have to wait for Jesus to do that.
He said when he was on assembly and all one time, he was like, I came from a UDA state and all my mates are either dead or in jail. So what does that tell you about me? And we're like, you're
like
less
you don't
crack.
like wanking.
You're less crack, mate. Fucking hell.
But he sat down and I was like, mate, what the fuck, like? And he goes, alright, and then you said this here. Jake Wallace said underneath this here, oh, bet he don't get in trouble. And then you replied, ha ha ha, Mr. Duffy's in the office now, finishing him off. And his face started getting red with anger, and I'm sitting there with my fucking ma of all people, like, and I was just
I'm gonna post this clip and tag him.
Tag Icefield Boys High School.
200 likes.
I was sitting there, mate, it was really
break the threshold, man.
Mate, I sit there probably like, and I busted out and all these fucking
I'd have cried laughing. And
I had to delete the post, but I was really genuinely sat there and I looked at my mum and they told me to delete it, but like my eye said to her, is school that important? Like this is fucking elite.
If that was the TikTok days, imagine like fucking.
Mate, if that was the TikTok days,
your man's probably the first like.
That's it.
Shared.
Like the charities bell.
In the family group chat and everything. My son's funny as fuck.
Do you think he should do comedy or?
No, he's going to be.
What about Big Nini?
But you're fucking. I left that day suspended, mate. Nini, he didn't get suspended.
He's banned.
He didn't, mate. He was in my class. He was in all my classes. Mate, he got. The police went to his house and had like an appropriate wanking conduct talk, more or less, and told him he can't do that in public places and all. It's illegal.
Fucking hell.
And then he wasn't allowed in classes with female teachers with no something like that. He wasn't allowed female teachers. But he was wanking over a fella. But he obviously said...
The female teachers just didn't want to see him wank.
Do you know that's it? Mate, we had a teacher, Miss Blammings, and she used to fucking... She hated how fat he was, like, she really fucking hated it. She hated it, lad.
How can you hate how fat someone is?
She hated it,
Just
lad.
looking at him like, fuck, cunt.
Genuinely, she hated it, lads.
Shamu looking
But
bastard.
mate, this is a kid that's fucking... This was in first year, this story. Mate, this kid in first year, struggling to get up on his own and all.
So, like, kids, if you want to try and find the diameter of Nini's fucking waist,
Nini's fat hole. But mate, it was we sitting in class and he was like, he was really sound, like at the start.
I hope you
And
still
then
talk. I hope you still talk. No, and he's just singing a whole podcast.
He's got me blocked on Facebook from I was fucking second year, mate. Now,
Why did he angry me after post?
No, I've wee brought this.
he completed all the wanks.
He's like every single time he has a challenge wank over someone he went to school with, he just unfriends him. But no, mate, my wee brother was disabled. He started guffing him when I was in school. Like, they got proper thick, so I started texting him about how fat and morbidly obese his whole family and all that. No, but like me and him were proper like going at it over Messenger and all.
Yeah.
It was funny, but also not funny. Like,
To be fair, mate, I was.
he'd struggle getting up and all. And he turned around, he was talking about, oh, I've started doing weights and all to try and get the weight down. Mate, people who went to Ashfield Boys High School and were in Miss Blamming's fucking English class in year 2 will fucking tell you, like, she turned around and goes, Nathan, if you did that, you wouldn't be so fat. And we all were like,
I know.
the fucking room.
I don't want to sound like old by saying you wouldn't get away with saying it now, but realistically, like,
Oh, no,
that,
100%.
if back then, she probably did say, but now there's not a chance.
Oh, my
Like,
fucking.
well, no, not that rude, like, but you should be able to turn around and be like, Nathan, if you done weights, you wouldn't look like that.
There was a girl in my class. I'm not saying her name. I'll just make up a name. Her last name was fucking Duffy, whatever. And
Justin's currently trying to butt her right now.
she literally. I remember she came into school and she was a bit of a fucking scumbag. And like.
Did she come to school with big hoops and all in?
Yeah, man, fucking like used to fucking drink in like
big
first year
2 litre
in school.
A big 2 litre of coconut in the morning.
Oh, mate, no, it was
Fucking-
2 litre of fucking boost with vodka in it in the morning. You're like,
Fuck
lad,
me.
it's a Wednesday, you know.
I was like, I drank in school before, like, but it was
I never drank in school, mate. I smoked weed in school.
Yeah.
Fuck, mate, too many times.
But she,
Well
I
scooped.
used to smoke a bong every morning before going to school.
Nah, but we actually smoked in school once, mate. Fucking hell.
she came in and the geography teacher was also the PE teacher. He was a fucking scumbag. And
That seems like a bit of a conflict of interest.
oh yeah, imagine. And he's just looking for like scouting out places to play Gaelic. And
The motorway looks good.
and she walked into a classroom and he went, well, Miss Duffy, were you working the street corners last night? And I remember me and my mates just going,
Holy Christ.
and like
hell,
I was
bro.
like this, like I remember her just going, what? I don't get it. And we were like, he
trying
called
to-
you a prostitute.
Fucking hell.
And
Called you a
like again,
prostitute, miss.
I'm pretty sure he still works there. Like that's what I mean. Like you couldn't get away with that sort of shit today. Like,
Nah, you
fucking
couldn't,
wild.
like-
Funny
Yeah,
as hell. Like.
fucking, I just hate how, I don't know, I feel like I was born too late, because I really
Yeah.
just hate just being censored at all. I just
I know,
find things
man.
so fucking
Oh, yeah.
funny, man.
I know. That's what like I keep getting in shit at the minute for comedy, just saying things like.
But you know what?
I don't give a fuck. Like I'm like, stop booking me then. If you don't want me to say some mental shit, don't book me. You know?
I really have a bit of a fucking fucked sense of humour, but like, my girlfriend's really, like proper, and she'd be very conscious of like how her words affect our people, where I couldn't give a single fuck. Like. And long story short, like I'll say something, she'd be like, "That's not funny," and I'd be like, "It's fucking hilarious."
It's
Bet you
alright,
have to
you
bet
know.
you'd actually made that.
Stop saying that. It's not funny.
Oh, my
dead
God.
asses.
Fucking
She's
hell.
gonna watch this back and go, "You better fucking answer that."
Here. Oh, she's already hung up anyway. I was about to rip into her. Where is she?
Yeah, she was about to get fully
brutal.
exposed.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
know.
Fucking. But I forgot what I was saying as well. You can't, like.
I know.
What was
Fuck
I
it.
saying, lads?
Something about
Put my
being
hand-
censored.
I being censored. I mean, she'll be like, "Oh, you can't say stuff like that." No, mate. I'll just whip up Shane Gillis, mate.
Oh, yeah,
Shane
I
Gillis
fucking
has a
love Shane Gillis.
sensational bit about how being gay is not a choice, because everyone he knows that has Down syndrome loves tits.
Yeah.
It's like everyone that I know that can't.
He's like,
think
I've
loves
never seen a
boobs, like.
guy with Down syndrome who doesn't love pussy. Like,
Yeah, like literally, like anyone I know that can't.
anyone who
think
can't
loves
think.
tits.
Yeah.
Loves tits.
That's so good.
I said that, and I'm like, kind of true, but.
Facts.
Have you ever met someone?
Yeah. Have you ever seen the video of like the wee guy with Down syndrome and he's going to like a ladyboy show and he's buzzing for it and he's like fucking.
Have you not seen
Oh
this?
mate, this video's class. It's like he's buzzing. He's absolutely over the moon to go see this fucking ladyboy show.
A lady, but transgender.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot you've got all woke this episode.
It's a touchy subject, mate. So it is.
But he literally like he's like buzzing for it, and he was like, "Oh no, they're boys, like they're men." And he was, "Oh, they're not.
They're
They're
not.
sexy women. They're sexy
And
women."
he started saying to the social worker, "Trust me, they're not.
Yeah,
Trust me."
no, like listen, they're not. They're
I
not.
got-
And
I
then
got it.
there's like the video of him like in the show, like watching it, and he's like all buzzing when they're all women. And halfway through the show, they're like the whole show is like
What's
like,
crack now?
like literally, it's like the show is the guy taking the makeup off and showing how like different he looks as a woman to a man, and he's wearing like a full blown suit and tie at the end of it, and it's just an Asian dude, you know, and like the Chinese guy at the end of it's just sitting like this. Or not the Chinese guy, the Down syndrome guy. He's fucking fuming. He's like,
Squandered, mate,
yeah,
fuck.
he's absolutely weak over it. Like I was like,
Was it a full documentary or something that's bringing this wheel
I
out?
don't know. It was like someone just put it like
what was
TikTok or some shit.
it was a TV show on 4.
Oh, it was one of them ones,
So
you know, the
was.
fucking,
Was it?
you know,
what I
like
don't
living
like?
with Downs or something, you know, some shit
I
like that.
fucking-
Yeah. I could be completely wrong there, but like, yeah.
Disabled in Australia going down under or something.
You see like getting down with love or something on Netflix. It actually is like a full blown thing. It's not even.
I really don't like how they call the undateables. I'm like, surely.
Oh,
it's-
do you watch that one with, what do you call it, Rose and your guy Ed? The guy with no neck, mate. And he's
Marty First Sight.
Yeah, Marty
no neck.
no 90 Day Fiancé.
90 Day Fiancé, yeah, that's the one.
He had
mate.
mayo in his hair, mate. You know, Rose.
Yeah, mayo in his hair?
Yeah, he
Mate.
washes his hair with mayonnaise, yeah.
Here,
Which
do
is
you know
the
what?
most
Here-
vile thing I've ever
Well,
heard
here,
in my life.
let me tell you something right now. I went to fucking barber in school. Like, I learned, mate, eggs are good for your hair. Like, see if you're a woman
Eggs, I've
before you
heard
go to-
that.
To be fair, his hairline's wild, like, so I'm
I
like,
cracked
you know.
an egg in a wee girl's hair before, like, in proper, like, fucking the wee girl, fucking Jade, lived at the top of my street. Fucking all the lads, we would all, like, fucking go have a smoke and all. Like, she was, like, one of the lads, more or less. So we were all-
he grabs his grinder, he grabs his skins where he's like, fuck yeah, bring us for Jade here. So he fucking egg. I'll bring us for
That's what I mean.
Jade.
Like, we would all fucking have smokes and all, and fucking. I think I was just up fucking smoking a joint or something like that, fucking as you do. Because I lived
Cracking eggs,
just for context, I lived like
I
literally-
can't smoke without me egg in my pocket, lad.
I lived a couple doors up. She was like, oh, I'm gonna put egg in my hair today, and this is like one of the first I was fucking
Like, funny enough.
Fuck you, God. Like, you know what? I knew I came out here for something, like, but now I was just like, what the fuck?
I'll be
man?
back in a minute. I'm waiting. I only live 2 doors down. I'll be back in a minute.
I have a
Man
video
just
of it
bought a fresh carton.
video of it somewhere. Fucker standing in her kitchen with her towel around her, like, crap her head, but I got
Oh, she lied there. I thought you swapped her one day with an egg.
It was her idea. It was her idea.
Oh, right.
It was her idea.
I was like fully just imagining you just
I know.
splitting some wee girl one egg.
No, no.
And
I
then just
But see,
finishing
he's
the joint.
he's the type of person that would do it. You just listen to the type of
I
person.
said a wee girl made a man's hair on fire before school one day, like.
Oh,
the
that's
sin-
fucking
the
wild.
sins,
man.
It wasn't on purpose,
Made
but
it singe.
it wasn't purpose. Well, that wasn't even.
See,
So,
I
like-
used to wear a lot of hairspray in my hair when I had hair back in the day. And
Well, see, she did as well, I think.
yeah.
Because
And I
it really
remember-
did catch, like.
this guy from Lurgan, he was a dickhead. He was like a fucking UFC fighter and all. He like pinned me to the ground and like tried to light my hair on fire. And I was like, lad, see when I get older, like I'm gonna fucking buck your man. I swear to God, like I fucking like. I just remember that. Didn't bug his man. Yeah.
I'm gonna get
You
my...
still can try.
You just lost her in the end. mate, fuck's sake.
I lost and he won. I took the L, man. I fucking
Yeah.
moved on from that. Yeah.
I started, it was like, me and may as well just take it all
Yeah,
off now.
man. Fuck's sake.
No,
Karma,
before-
Karma had different plans, man.
The facts, but I used to have wild hair, man. I used to fucking like dye
I
all
remember you
different
with your
colours.
hair, bro. You had a Justin Bieber hair.
Yeah, like everything. Like I had
Yeah.
loads of different haircuts, like fucking top knots,
I used to have
braids,
mohawks when I was a
dreadlocks,
kid,
and all.
like.
Yeah, mohawks, fucking everything.
I fucking idolised
When
Chuck
did you lose your
Liddell.
hair?
I haven't really lost it. I just
Oh, no, you
started buzz cutting
fucking
it.
shaved
I just started buzz cutting it. Like I
Oh,
buzz
really?
it right down to the fucking nut.
Did you
And,
think he had fucking male pattern baldness or something?
No, bro, there's people who's like six. I went to school with.
Yeah,
right?
Kevin's 26. He went bald at 19.
I know
Does he
people
get
went
school with
bald.
now.
I started shaving it because I wore hats all the time anyway,
Yeah.
and I was like, it's easier to deal with because I think it was like I think during COVID I just started shaving it the same way everyone did, and then I just continued doing it for the laugh, and I've enjoyed it. I look like a scumbag like whenever I take a hat off, like, but I fucking like it. Don't ask me to do it. I'll fucking I'll delete this footage right now.
Mike's an egg in his pocket. He was rubbing it up, getting it all warm and all.
He was like, do it. Yeah, but no, I think I'll wrap it up at that. Because obviously it's fucking. I'm gonna have to try and edit this and shit. So, all right, is that recording? All right, fuck it. The camera died halfway through that. At the end of this, we were just plugging some shit. So we're gonna just keep going with it on the phone and plug some shit and just get out of it. So we've got TMIKE here. What do you got to plug, bro?
Fucking TMIKE featured John Sue. Fucking NI Finest mixtape. Fucking big up all your sexy maz and fucking tell your dad to bring milk home.
Hotbox mixtape coming soon, and I've got a Bars the Session Dear Fuck TV coming soon as well, and loads next year. But yeah, we Joe TMIKE. Yup.
Keep an eye out for the Three Wishes film as well, because I acted and whatnot.
Class.
Gang.
You can't something up me.
Anyway, I actually pushed a trans woman over in
Thank you
that
very
film.
much for listening to the User Hectic podcast. These have been absolute legends. Take it easy. Woo!
Yuppa. I actually did though. We won a fucking film award for that film.